What is up, everybody? Danny from Griswold Family Vacay, and welcome to our second channel, Grizz Sports, where for the first time ever, we're going to be bringing you guys a live play-by-play / reactions fan chat of Sunday Night Baseball, where the Baltimore Orioles, Camden Yards, play host to the Yankees, New York Yankees. Game's about 5 minutes away from starting. Gonna have some special guests joining me tonight. And so I want to thank everyone for being here. Thank you to everyone who's coming in. The channel is brand spanking new. Brand new channel. Just trying it out, seeing how it goes. We will be doing a lot of live streams of football games. We're pretty good at that. But baseball is brand new to us. So who's in the house? Amy. Good to see you, Amy. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. I made the drive to Baltimore earlier today. Just got here to the stadium, so there you go. How's that look? You like that? You know what? You know what I realized?
What?
That I have a green curtain. So I just shut it, and then I was able to have a green screen. Like, dang, that's pretty cool. So we actually went to Yankee Stadium for the first time in June. Saw a game. Amy, you're going when again?
In September.
So the breaking news so far today is that Aaron Judge will not play in the field, but he is eligible to pinch hit tonight. And if anybody wants to join us, the game is on ESPN. So feel free to tune in to ESPN and watch us. Not watch this, but watch it as we watch the game and give our reaction. You have ESPN, right?
Nope.
Oh, hell.
But let's see what I can do here.
We got another guest that's supposed to be joining us. I think he'll be in here in about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
My good old buddy, Mr. Mike from Cruise Vet.
Okay.
He's going to come hang out with us, so that'll be cool. I've actually been to Camden Yards once. It was pretty neat stadium. It's one of those stadiums that has a lot of history, a lot of tradition, because it's one of the older stadiums.
Adelaide, what are we doing here? Hey, go away. Go away.
Come look at this. This is kind of cool. Guess what color curtain I just remembered that we have in this room? Look. Kind of cool, huh? Yeah?
Do you know where my Oculus is?
I have no idea, bro. Probably in your closet, right? One of those.
I don't think so.
Probably in your closet in one of those boxes. Would be my guess. Huh? Check there. I'm trying to think of how you could watch it. I'm watching it on Fubo because we have the streaming service. Look at the color combo I have today. Everything is orange for the Orioles, but I'm wearing a Yankees hat. So we got about 3 days until the trade deadline. I saw Texas Rangers got a new pitcher. They got Max Scherzer.
Yep.
He played for Nationals, and then he came over from the Mets recently this year. So what about your team, Amy? Kansas City. Do you know if they got any new players or made any trades?
Oh, they did. They just got a pitcher.
Did they?
Yeah.
What's up, Mike?
Howdy.
How you doing, buddy?
Just chilling.
Just chilling. Us too. I'm about as new to this as you are, man. I've never done a baseball game before either, so
Well, that website that
it
you
pretty much
showed
does it
me,
for you, don't it?
yeah, yeah, that helped out a lot.
Yeah.
Because the other one I was using, I forget which one I was using, but it was kind of crappy.
Why are we whining, Addie?
Hey, Lynn, good to see you. All right, now it's getting ready to start. We're back in Baltimore. Busy crowd tonight. Looks like there's a lot of people showing up for the game. I think Orioles are actually in first place right now in the AL East, so that's cool. That's the first time in a long time that they've been that good.
Well, I'll obviously be going for the Orioles in this one.
I think I saw that they have not made the playoffs since 2016. Yep, they're in first right now. The Rays are a game back, followed by my team, the Blue Jays, followed by the Red Sox at 7 games back, followed by the Yankees at eight games back.
Well, the Rays won today. They stomped the Astros pretty
Did
good
they?
today. So yeah, well, it was 8-2. Not as bad as what was it, 13,
Not as bad
13 to
as the
3 the other
Rangers bumped
night.
the Astros.
Yeah.
Do you want anything from Subway?
Subway. A 6-inch steak and cheese, please.
The Rangers were losing last I checked.
Were they?
Hopefully the Padres hang on to that one.
Right.
Of course, they made another trade today, so they got like 3 new pitchers.
Rangers made another trade today?
Yeah, they got Scherzer.
I knew that one.
And then they got Montgomery from the Cardinals, plus another reliever.
Dang.
And the Astros, we're not doing anything, so that's not really encouraging.
Aaron Judge this season is 20 home runs, ranked first for the Yankees. Extra base hits, he has 30. Basically, they're going to miss his offense more than anything else. And they were talking about for the Yankees that they're trying to get rid of their left fielders are terrible, especially at batting, and so they're trying to pick up some left fielders on the before the trade deadline.
Yeah.
Amy, you know Mike, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Hey there.
Adley Rutschman from Oregon State when they won the national championship. Well, he's a catcher. He's the big stud right now for the Orioles, but also they picked up, I think they brought up now, but he's injured, their number 1 draft pick from the Major League draft a year ago, and that is Jackson Holiday, who is the son of Matt Holiday, Stillwater, Oklahoma State guys.
Yeah.
I think they brought Jackson up, but I think he's injured right now.
Yeah, there was a rumor we might trade for Verlander.
I saw that.
But then I guess the GM, supposedly somebody talked to our GM. I mean, our GM didn't put this out, but some other guy said that our GM said that starting pitching wasn't going to be a priority, which is crazy to me because that's our biggest weakness right now.
Right.
But you never know. There might be some kind of secret backdoor stuff going on.
Mm-hmm. So, Lynn, who's your team? Do you have a favorite baseball team, Lynn? Who am I rooting for? I'm rooting for the Yankees. I can't lie to you. The whole screen is orange. It looks like I'm at Camden Yards, but I have my Yanks hat on, so.
Yeah, I'll be at the game September 22nd.
I got to go for the Yankees, Lynn.
But doesn't that go against the Blue Jays?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, yeah.
Either way, it does, though.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But, well, yeah.
We're all in the same division.
Well, actually, I guess rooting for the Yankees would
It'd be better if the Yankees won because they got a lower record, yeah.
Right.
What are you doing? What? I'll be right back. Lennon's calling for me. You guys got it. You can do it, Mike.
All righty. They haven't started yet, so.
Mm.
Well, I saw you had that group cruise on the Breeze or something coming up, or
Yes, on the Breeze, October 2024.
this year? Oh, next year. Okay.
Mhm. Yup, looking forward to it. No, this year I've got the Venezia in September out of New York.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll be going on the Dream out of Galveston next October. Doing a 14-day cruise to the Eastern Caribbean.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we don't usually get those out of Galveston, so I saw it and I had to jump on it.
Yeah. Lynn, go Royals. They're not doing too good. They won this weekend, though. Yeah. Ow.
Yeah, my team is not doing good this year, but they've had like everybody and their brother injured, so it's kind of hard to win when everybody's on the DL.
Yeah, what team?
The Astros.
Okay.
They did get a couple players back, but
That's good. I have an
But it's-
Astros t-shirt in my closet. One of my bosses gave me one last year.
oh, okay.
He's like, here, have an Astros shirt. And I'm like, okay, cool.
I'm just thankful for them because the Texans never do anything. So it's just like
Yeah.
I got to have something, you know. Although they did get the draft C.J. Stroud out of Ohio State, so maybe he can do something. I mean, I know we won't have a winning record this year, but hey, if we can win, like I'll take 6
Oh
games.
God, we're already talking about football.
Well, this game hasn't started yet. So there's not much else.
Yeah.
Even though I've lived in Texas for 3 years, I'm still a Kansas City girl. Kansas City fan. My Royals and my
Yeah.
Chiefs.
Lynn said the Royals, the Cardinals, and the Mariners. Huh. I used to like the Mariners. Long time ago. Edgar
Back when they had
Martinez, Jay Buhner, Griffey Jr. That was back when Alex Rodriguez was just a teenager.
with the big unit.
Yep. Long time ago.
Well, they had a good run last year. I mean, we swept them, but it didn't feel like a sweep. I mean, every game they were in it.
Yep. Mike, you did pretty good at that Kahoot last night.
Not really. Well, you know what? You look at the topics and like, okay, well, I might know something about it, and then you see the questions, and then it's like there's like always like a couple that'll like trip you up, or then you'll try to be too fast and you'll
Right.
click on the wrong one. And
Yeah.
always get tripped up on it.
I don't think I can. Mike, you still haven't seen Barbie yet?
Yeah, I haven't got around to that.
Man.
Wouldn't hold my breath.
Amy, you gonna see Barbie?
Probably not.
No.
No, I can't say it's high on my list of movies to see, but I might go see that Oppenheimer movie.
Oppenheimer, yeah.
What's that one about?
About the guy that created the atomic bomb.
Bomb. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Eric.
What's up, Eric? Good to see you, brother. So there's 4 MLB teams that are named after birds, huh?
Yeah.
King and name?
Yeah. Eagles.
Baseball.
Oh.
They don't have an E. Come on, think about it.
Orioles, Cardinals.
Orioles, Cardinals.
Who did I say my team is?
Blue Jays.
Blue Jays.
Oh, yeah.
Orioles, Cardinals, Blue Jays, and
I don't know.
you don't know? Do you know what, Mike?
I was thinking about that. It kind of threw me off.
I just need to see city names.
Orioles, Cardinals,
Blue Jays.
What does it start?
Hey, Epic Roller.
What does it start with?
Do you care if I screen record and upload this to my channel if you're actually watching the game? We're not actually going to watch the game, buddy. We're just going to watch it on our TV and do play-by-play right here. So, all right, so now we're doing the starting lineups for the Rangers. And the Orioles are taking the field right now. Welcome in, Epic Roller, though. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Dean Kremer is starting pitcher tonight. 4.59 ERA, 115 innings pitched, strikeout rating of 21%, and a walk rating of only 7%. So that's pretty good.
I'm still trying to figure out this fourth bird.
Yeah, I'm not.
I'm looking at the teams right now.
I'm looking at the city names, and I'm not coming up with it either.
I'm not seeing it.
Is there just three?
It's got to be just three.
Yeah, because you've got so you got the Baltimore Orioles, then you have Tampa Bay Rays, Toronto Blue Jays, Boston Red Sox, Yankees, Minnesota Twins, Cleveland. They were the Indians. What's their new name?
The Guardians.
Detroit Tigers.
Here is the first pitch of the game. Call strike. 0-1.
Then we got Texas Rangers, Houston Astros, LA Angels, Seattle Mariners, Oakland A's, Atlanta Braves, Miami Marlins.
Second pitch in the dirt. 1-1.
The Mets, Washington Nationals.
Jake Bowers up first. 7.66 OPS, 108 OPS plus. He's got only a 224 batting average. 7 homers, 19 RBIs on the year. Another ball way high.
So not that great.
No. 200 batting averages. Anything below 300 is not that good. You're right. Swing at a ball. 2-2.
Looks like you got another question in the chat.
Do you mind if I screen record it, though? And thanks for doing the play-by-play because I am blind, so that helps a lot. Screen record it. I'm not sure what that means. Go ahead, though. That's fine, I guess.
If you can. Strikeout.
Yeah, I think there's only 3 teams that have birds.
Yeah, I got to second that.
Yep, struck him out. 1 out. Struck out swinging, though. It was a good pitch. Maybe I met NFL teams. Maybe. NFL has a lot of bird teams. That's true, huh, Lennon?
It's like a ground out. So 2 away.
You have regular ESPN, Mike? Like you have cable TV?
No, I'm a cord cutter.
So what are you watching it on?
Just the internet. I got basically same thing you got on the screen. I've got mine on the monitor.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we still at 2 outs right now?
Yep. 1-0 count.
Welcome in, Epic Roller. Where are you from? Thank you for being here. Appreciate you very much.
Strike. Low and away.
One and one count right now. Giancarlo Stanton. This guy's. Well, he's a little past his prime now, but he used to be an all-star pretty much the entire time, especially when he played with the Marlins.
2-2 the count.
Fouled it off there.
So how hot did it get up there today?
What's that?
What was the temperature up there today?
I think it said like 80 something. Oh, you mean here or Camden Yards?
No, where you are.
Here right now is 101.
Yeah, I was about to say it's 100 here.
Yeah, it's 100 here.
Full count.
Ooh, I see a day in the next 10 days that is not over 100.
All
Just
right.
one. Pretty sure it's been a month straight of over 100-degree temps,
Break out the hoodies.
right?
Oh, good God, that was long. Foul, though.
Are you actually watching it?
Yeah,
Okay.
that could have been gone. Dang.
Another foul.
The high is 105 tomorrow, Eric. Jeez. Yep, another foul. Fouled it behind him this time.
Yeah, I was going to go cut the grass today, but I just couldn't motivate myself to do it.
Giancarlo has 7 homers and 15 RBIs over his last 15 games.
Strikeout.
Struck him out. That's the end of top of the first. Score is still 0-0. Yep. Where is the guy's screen from? I have no idea what that means, Lynn.
I don't know.
So Orioles coming up whenever we get back from the break. I thought I should just do one game or at least a couple of games so I can just get some practice doing it, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I might do another one next week.
It's not bad. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, it's something different, you know.
All right.
I mean, Monday through Friday, I'm doing the cruise news every day at 10 and, you know, just try to change things up. Don't have any vlog, you know.
Oh, where is Mike from? Mike, go ahead and tell Lynn about yourself. She says she doesn't know.
Oh, well, I live in the Houston area. So, Cruise Bed Adventures, that's my channel name. And obviously, that's what I do. All about cruising, traveling, whatnot.
Play-by-plays.
Sneak in a play-by-play here and there. Running my sprinklers right now, real quick.
I'm kind of excited that I was able to put up a green screen. I realized that I've lived in this house a year, and I realized that the curtains in our living room are green.
Oh, really?
So I just had to shut them, and I was good to go.
I bought a green screen, but I need to. I haven't really played with it too much yet.
Yeah. They make these lineups so small I can't even see them, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for football, I'm going to try to make sure that I have all the Chiefs games off.
All of them?
It's a good plan.
I'm going to try. Yeah. I write my own schedule now.
Mike's Houston Texans team take all their games off too.
Yeah. Well, you know, you might as well work.
Base hit.
Because, you know, you're not going to miss anything.
First pitch, fastball, single. Rutschman. Did not take long.
Jump right on it.
Sir.
Severino's pitching.
I think I'm more caught up now because I'm actually on the ESPN app now, so I think that might be better.
Yeah.
Gunnar Henderson, shortstop at the plate now. Strike one.
Yeah, that Yankee series that we had in the playoffs last year, that was like, Christmas come early for me.
Christmas coming.
I mean, I almost didn't even care about the World Series after we won that.
Right. Mike, you're not going to believe this, man, but I was looking at the live streams that I did last year,
Yeah.
and you know which one had the most views?
Which one?
BYU versus Wyoming.
Really?
That was crazy.
Huh.
There's another hit. Oh,
Uh-oh.
got past the second base. No, got past the shortstop.
Yeah.
Rutschman gets all the way to third. So now we got runners at first and third with nobody out. Dang.
They're going to work early.
Oh, yeah. I wish I was going to the Chiefs-Dolphins game in Munich. That'd be pretty sweet, man.
Yeah. I need to get to another Chiefs game. I'm wanting to go to a Chiefs-Dallas game here in Dallas.
That'd be cool. It's expensive as heck, though.
I've never been to an NFL games yet.
No.
Missing out.
I've been to 4 now. 4 now, yeah. But 3 of them were at Arrowhead. That's a good place to go to a game.
Last year would have been the year for me to go because they were they were almost paying people to go to games last year. They were.
Right.
To be honest, I couldn't tell you how many games that I've been to, but I can tell you the last game that I went to. I went to the AFC Championship game in 2020 against his team, the Titans, where we won and went to the Super Bowl.
Oh, wow.
That game was so cold. And that was actually the last game I lived in Kansas City for. The rest of the time. Since then, I've lived in Texas.
Yeah.
There you go. 0-2. Still 0 outs.
Santander at the plate.
Santander. What the heck was that? It looked like he was going to throw it to first, and then he just sat there and held the ball. The pitcher.
Yeah, I've been to two college bowl games. I went to the Sun Bowl out in El Paso.
Oh, that's cool.
And then a long time ago, I went to the GalleryFurniture.com Bowl in Houston, which is crazy.
One ball, 2 strikes, no outs.
Time out.
Oh, God. He fouled it off his ankle.
Uh-oh.
That always sucks when that happens, that's for sure.
Lynn, I moved to Texas for work. I had an opportunity to transfer to the Fort Worth store. So I said, I'm getting the heck out of Kansas City. Actually, I said, I want to get the heck out of Kansas City. And my boss is like, I have a spot for you in Fort Worth if you want it. I was like, yes. So I moved 3 years ago, almost 3 years ago.
Severino.
But basically, as long as I've known this guy,
Hits.
I knew I was moving to Texas.
Bases loaded.
Yeah. Down the right field line, all the way to the wall.
Oh.
Run comes in. Second. Safe. Double. Runners at second and third. Still 0 outs.
That's what I like.
1-0 Orioles. Good God.
Let's keep it going.
That was a good hit. Santander. The thing that's crazy is the Orioles were complete trash last year. They were terrible.
Well, so were the Rangers.
That's true, huh?
Well, I mean, you make some moves, you get some players coming up, from the minors. Sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
works for you.
I think that with both teams, I think most of theirs just come from their farm systems, from their AAA. Yeah,
Ball.
pretty good, man.
What you doing? Yes, lay down.
27th double of the year. Now Ryan O'Hearn up to bat. First baseman. They were horrible 2 years ago, but last year they finished with a winning record. Oh, okay.
Who, the Rangers or the Orioles?
I'm not sure.
Orioles.
Another hit. All the way to the left field wall. Another run in. Here
3-0.
comes another run. 3-0. Man, every time Mike gets on here to
That's it, man.
live
It's
stream,
a
it's always an ass kicking.
kiss of death. You need your team to lose? Invite me on your live stream.
So you are never allowed on a Chiefs stream.
Well, I mean, I could come on. It's no problem.
I got this. You can come on all the Chiefs streams, but you have to be rooting for the other team.
Oh, okay.
The Orioles were good. The Rangers were awful last year. Okay.
Rangers are doing pretty good this year.
This year they're good, yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're in first place.
Half the All-Star team for the AL was the Rangers.
Yeah.
Still 0 outs. Good God.
One of the Rangers players, Josh Young.
Jung?
Jones?
Yeah, Jung. Yep.
Yeah. His I don't know if he's still dating her, but last year when he got called up to the Rangers and he played in his first game, his girlfriend's parents were regulars at the store I was working at the time. And they were in there watching the game when he his first at bat, he had a home run.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, wow.
I'm like in the back and I just hear this cheering and I'm like, what is going on? And I go out there and they're all like cheering because he had just hit a home run.
That's pretty sweet.
Runner on first and second.
Yep. Ball 4, yep. Still 0 outs.
I know.
Golly. Yeah, we know all about your Rays, Eric. My team was the best in the major leagues and then forgot how to play baseball this month.
They won today, though.
Okay, so Giants won 4-3 over the Red Sox.
What about the Padres?
Let me go over some scores right quick. I need to get my phone so I can go over some scores. Oh, Lord, home run. Good God, he creamed that thing. Oh, my God.
Wow. Rangers lost. Thank goodness.
6-0 now. 0 out still. Adam Frazier, 13th home run of the season.
Yeah, they're going to have to go to the bullpen early.
395-foot homer. God dang.
Strike one.
He clobbered the crap out of that thing. Good grief. They're gonna bat around.
Yeah. Well, that's the way to do it. Jump out early.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Ball.
I heard they're building some like $1 billion amusement park up in Oklahoma or something.
Oh yeah, that's right.
No, disgusting.
Oh, thank you. Producer just brought me a Subway sandwich here at Camden Yards, so appreciate that.
Stream sponsored by Subway.
Six zero. That's the thing that gets me still. 0 outs. My God.
Well, they just got a strikeout. So.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. Uriah struck out.
Thank goodness. Oh, there he goes. Yep. Jeez.
Eat fresh.
Except the fun thing is, they're not fresh, or they weren't.
Well, they were out of. I went there. Was it last week? Because there's a little truck stop down the road that's got a Subway, and I pop in there every now and then. And they were out of lettuce and tomatoes. It's like, man, how are you going to make sandwiches?
Yeah. Need lettuce.
Yeah, I mean, at the minimum.
No, but like
Another base hit. Run around first.
Yeah.
In Kansas City, we had Mr. Goodson's, and Mr. Goodson's was super fresh. Like, they had the fresh bread, like you could see it on the racks. And then if you ordered whatever sandwich you ordered and whatever meat was on it, they took the meat out and they sliced it like at the deli at the store.
Oh, okay.
So they sliced it fresh for your sandwiches. And Subway was always just sitting there in the thing. And then I found out what?
Stolen base, and they threw the ball into center field. Oh my God.
Oh, geez.
Sorry, go ahead.
Found out a month ago that Subway was gonna start slicing their meat fresh, and they got their meat sent to them sliced.
Ah, okay.
And so it was not fresh.
Then what? That's no different than what it was to begin with.
Yeah, I'm like,
Honestly.
so now they're slicing their meat fresh, but they go with eat fresh and their meat's not fresh. Like, come on.
Yeah, it's like Jersey Mike's. You know, if you go into Jersey Mike's, they slice it right there for you.
We have a Jimmy John's right here. I've never paid attention to the Jimmy John's. I haven't been in it. We just ordered it for catering for work.
Yeah.
Bad news, Yankees.
Strikeout.
I like their stadium though. It was pretty nice.
Yankees?
Yeah, that was cool. Easy to get to too.
Yeah, I've been to Dodger Stadium. I've been to back when the Padres used to play at Jack Murphy, way back in the day. And actually I did. I went to the new what was it, Petco?
Petco, yeah.
Yeah, I've been there too. Yeah.
Batted around officially now. Back to Adley Rutschman. 2 outs now, finally.
Still got a runner in scoring position. Yeah, I just bought a new computer yesterday, so should get here sometime next week.
What kind did you get?
I went to Newegg, and the brand name is iBuyPower, and it's got it's got an i7 processor, 32 gigs of RAM,
Nice.
2 terabytes of memory
Yeah.
or storage, whatever. And it's got a pretty decent graphics card on it. So now I can finally do the kind of editing I want on my videos, because I've been kind of hamstrung. I mean, this computer, I bought it at Costco. It's a little, and it served its purpose pretty well before I had a channel,
Right.
but I can't, I'm limited on what I can do, because I bought a GoPro 360 and it's, I shoot all this 360 footage, but I can't do anything with it because my computer can't handle it,
Right. Oh, so he shot up from AA to the major. That's what. Since I work at the AAA ballpark,
Yeah.
they say that's what a lot of the kids do now is they go straight from AA to the majors. Another run, 7-0. Good Lord.
Oh.
Base hit by Adley Rutschman, another single.
Mound visit.
Jiminy Christmas.
That's kind of like what happened to our pitcher today. I mean, he made it 2 or 3 innings in, but then he ended up giving like 6 or 7 runs up.
Jeez.
We basically got like, 3 decent. Well, we got 2 really good starters, and then one guy that's kind of decent. And then the 2 at the bottom are just, you never know what you're going to get out of them. It's a coin toss.
Gunnar Henderson back up for the second time this inning. Finally got somebody working in the bullpen for the Yankees. Marinaccio.
I mean, the only good thing is all the scoring is happening in the first inning so far. So they got 8 innings to try to do something.
Jeez. Last 2 games, this guy's got rocked. This pitcher has. Last game, he only went 2 2/3 inning, and so far today, he's only gone 2 2/3 inning. Jiminy Christmas. Gunnar Henderson, first at bat, he got a single, and he scored a run. 291 batting average.
Didn't Sean Payton go to coach the Broncos?
Yep, he did. And he's talking crap about their old coach. and Aaron Rodgers got upset about it.
Oh.
Hackett.
Wait, Aaron Rodgers, where's he at?
He's a starting quarterback for the Jets.
Well, why is he upset?
Because the guy that coached the Broncos last year used to be the offensive coordinator for the Packers.
Ah, okay. Oh, so that was his homie.
Yeah. He's like, you need to leave my coach's name out of your mouth.
Man, come on. That's weak. Don't talk bad about my coach.
Mm-hmm. Fouled off.
Gee. At least they got 2 outs.
Amy, you still just watching it on this still too?
Yeah.
Are you?
Got a runner on first still.
Another foul. Good God. It's like his 3rd foul in a row.
Yeah, this guy's he's got to get out of there.
The pitcher? Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
huh?
he's time for the showers.
For the shower.
I mean, get some ice, get a cold one, go relax.
Text my boss and be like, "What's wrong with your team right now?"
So this guy must have struck out then. The guy that's batting right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he struck out. All right. So finally, the end of the first inning, the score is 7-0 Baltimore.
A lot of action.
So much for the Yankees. Turn my hat backwards and nobody will know what team it is. I can't wear my green hat. I put my green hat on, then my whole head disappears.
Ooh, let's see.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Oh, because you're doing the green screen. Well, you can still see it.
It's not too bad.
All right, man. Just gotta sit back. Yeah, that was fun last night. I like the Kahoot game.
Yeah, we try, man. I figured it's like you said, Mike. It's like you said. I agree 100% with you. I don't feel right just sitting up there and like talking about myself or trips that I go on or whatever. That's why I have the videos. You want to see what I did on my trip? Watch a video.
Right.
I want these things right here to be some sort of interactive.
Right.
Some sort of fun. So like you said when you did the baseball stream last week, I 100% agree with you.
Yeah. I mean,
especially if
don't
you're
get me
doing it
wrong.
on your own. Especially
Yeah.
if you're doing it on your own, something like this just makes it easier.
Right. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I love cruising, but there's almost a limit on how much I can talk. Like I can do
Right.
cruise news every day, but
Uh-huh.
a lot of the stuff that comes out is just real. Unless you're just really into engineering and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
There's only so much I can do to talk that up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I like editing my vid. Like when I actually go on a cruise and I film stuff, I love the editing and that part. But see, everybody's on the live kick right now because a lot of people are trying to get hours, and so they're always bugging me like, "Oh, you need to do lives. You need to,
You've been on quite a few.
I go on theirs. To me, it's. I mean, I don't mind. Like if I go on theirs, it's not so bad because there's a bunch of people. We can all kind of chime in, and but when it's just me, and I'm like, okay, hey everybody, thanks for being here.
Makes it hard. That's why I always have at least one other person with me most of the time when I.
Right. That's why if you notice, my Monday through Friday ones, they're like quick. It's like 10 to 15. I read the news, say hi to whoever shows up in the chat.
Then you're out.
I'm out. Because after that, it's like, all right, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna sit here and like tell stories or something.
Right.
Oh, top of the second, Rizzo at bat.
We had the last home series that we had for our minor league baseball team, the Oklahoma City Dodgers. We had a guy that normally pitches for the LA Dodgers pitch for us. You know the name. You know the name Noah Syndergaard.
Oh yeah. He used to pitch for the Mets.
Yeah, he was up here pitching for us.
Probably doing like a rehab stint or something.
Probably. I think he's getting a little bit older too. They call him Thor because he's got like long blonde hair.
Right. Yeah, Sugarland is our.
We lost that game too, man.
Oh well.
Sugarland.
Oh, Sugarland is our. I think it's our
the
AAA.
Space Cowboys.
Yeah, they're
not very good, bro.
They're not, but that's like the team. Like if you're a major leaguer and you get sent down for like a rehab stint, that's
where you go for the Astros.
Yeah. Right. Because it's real close, and I mean, you can if they need to, you can just get in the car and drive to the stadium.
Right.
Hi.
That's what Altuve. When he was on assignment after he got hurt in the World Baseball Classic.
Yeah.
We had thought that he was going to play for Sugarland, but he went straight from AA up to the majors. He never played for Sugarland.
The only minor league game I've been to, I went because Reno had got a team.
Reno Aces.
When I was stationed there, and I went to they had like a whole new ballpark. Which their ballpark is pretty cool. It's kind of like real close to downtown, so you see like the Reno's biggest little city in the world sign. And the Truckee River. I went to one of their games.
They're talking about the Oakland A's moving to Vegas.
Yep.
Yeah, I heard that.
And they have a minor league team as well, so they'll probably just take the minor league team they have and move them to like Henderson or something like that.
They're going to tear down the Tropicana Casino and I guess build the stadium there.
There's a strikeout, out number one.
The Royals are looking to rebuild their stadium.
Are they?
Downtown Kansas City or North Kansas City.
Huh.
But I was talking with my boss, And we think since Arrowhead and the K are right next to each other, that if they rebuild Royal Stadium somewhere, that they'll tear down the K and rebuild Arrowhead.
Yeah.
I like the way it is now, though. I like it
know.
when the, huh?
I know.
I like it when the football and the baseball are right next to each other. That's how it is there in Baltimore as well. The football and the baseball are right next to each other. Same in San Diego, I think.
It will be really sad if they tear
No,
down.
not anymore. It's not, because San Diego moved to LA.
It'll be really sad if they
Oh,
tear
that's
down.
right.
Boston.
I keep forgetting about that.
Mhm.
It's hard for me to imagine the Chargers in LA.
Right.
No matter how many times they say it, I just
Diego.
can't come to terms with it. Well, I was stationed in San Diego for so many years, and that was like, I mean, the Chargers were huge down there.
Mm-hmm.
They used to have Sayal's restaurant down there. We used to go by there. Well, we still got the Astrodome. You know, there's still people fighting over that. You know,
Right.
figure out what. You know, there's so many battles going on with that, and then somebody will come up with a new idea. Well, let's make it into a museum, or let's make it into a place to do conventions, and you know, people.
In Philly, they have football, basketball, and baseball together. That's pretty
Nice.
sweet.
It's convenient.
Mm-hmm.
Ours is our teams are separated because
Finally, the Yankees got a base hit.
Oh, there you go. Rally, 2-out rally.
One base hit.
Here we go. It could happen.
Judge has eye black on. He's not even playing.
He's in the zone, man. He's ready. It's like, look, coach, I got the eye black on.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure about all these rule changes that they made for baseball.
You don't like them? I think they're pretty
I
cool.
don't know. I guess I'm the type of guy. I get used to something and I don't like it, you know. But like the pitch clock, I mean, I understand the argument. Oh, well, we don't want to see players adjusting their gloves and stepping out of the batter's box. But I don't know. I kind of like the drama of it, you know. But I mean, making the bases bigger, I didn't like that. To me, that's dumb. To promote more stolen, but the reason you don't have stolen bases, doesn't have anything to do with the size of the bag. It's the fact that everybody's jacking home runs. The managers got away from. It's the managers that limited the stolen bases. I mean, if you got 5 or 6 guys in the lineup that each hitting 20 plus homers, why would you steal bases?
Mm-hmm. They've increased this year because they have the rule that the pitcher is only allowed 2 pickoff attempts.
Oh yeah, there's that too.
So as soon as they're done with that second pickoff attempt,
yeah, there you go. Oh,
and then they wear their oven mitts.
Oh yeah. They started that a few years ago, so they don't get their little pinkies ripped out of the socket or something.
Did you see that one guy for the that guy that just came up this year from minor leagues for the Reds? Alexander Cruz. He stole second, third, and home all in the same inning.
Yeah, that's like some Ricky Henderson stuff. Right
that's pretty cool.
See, that's why I like the '80s baseball, man, because there was a lot of that going on. You know, you had your speedster at the top. You know, he'd get on. You know, he was stealing.
207 batting average. Good God.
Maybe he must be like a replacement or something.
No, he's a starter. Anthony Volpe, starting shortstop. He's a rookie though. But I mean, good God, man. They had a pitcher. One of the guys that I work with said the Dodgers had a pitcher that was throwing like in the 40s.
Man.
That's pretty bad.
That's like you just lobbing it up there.
That's pretty trash. Oh, Lord.
Well, that's like we used to have Zach Greinke, and he would do stuff like that. But he was, I mean, that guy's like control. I love watching his games because even though he couldn't throw the fastball very hard, but he would locate stuff and nobody could hit it.
Like Greinke. I have his All-Star jersey from the year he won Cy Young.
Yeah. I love that dude. I mean, I hated to see him. I mean, I know why we had, he wasn't putting up the numbers, but he's a good guy to watch, He'd be out there doing yoga, like right in the middle of the game. It's like the people would come out to adjust the mound, and he'd go into some like yoga routine or something.
3-1 right now. 2 outs.
Well, you got 2 runners on.
Yeah, they have first and second on base for sure. Foul ball. Full count.
Walked him.
All
Bases
right.
loaded.
Woohoo! Come on, Yankees.
Got
8 people in here. Thank you guys so much for being here. We appreciate you.
Welcome in.
If you haven't subscribed, please do so. We'd appreciate it.
I'm thinking about it. Actually, I think I was one of your first subscribers on this channel.
I'm going to see if we can get to an even 40 tonight. That'd be pretty good. Oh, Lord.
Yeah, I remember the first time I got a subscriber. I was like, I can't believe anybody wants to watch my videos. I mean,
I don't remember my first, but I remember my 100th.
Really?
Yeah. And I remember my 1000th, but I don't remember my first.
I don't remember my first.
Mine was JNS Adventures.
They were your first? That's cool.
Yeah. I mean, because at first I didn't know anything about editing I would just go out, shoot some raw videos, slap it up. I mean, it was terrible. I look at those videos now. It's like, man, what was I doing?
Bro, that's what I still do.
Right?
I mean, like the first thing I did, I posted like a 1-minute video of a sunset.
Hey, but at least they're my own videos, though, so that.
Yeah.
We know some people that put up other people's videos and call them theirs. What's up, Captain Billy J? Good to see you,
Hey.
brother.
Hello, Billy.
The captain in the house.
Ball.
They might get something going here, maybe.
Just get one base hit, bro.
Or get a walk.
Yeah, that'd work too.
That'll score you a run. 3-1 count.
Yep. Top of the second. It's already 7-0. Yes, sir. Go Yankees.
Ow.
Ground out.
Ground out. Dadgummit. Go Baltimore.
All righty.
All right. So at the end of the first, middle of the second inning, score is Baltimore 7, Yankees 0. Yankees leave the bases loaded. Man, that hurts.
Yep.
The captain says, "Go Tar Heels."
Yeah.
Shut up, Billy. You know why he always says that, do you, Mike? I'm a diehard Duke guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Just like he started watching the basketball and
Ever since I was a little kid, man. Ever since they beat UNLV. Even before that, my dad said I've been a Duke guy.
Back in the Bobby Hurley days.
Before that, Danny Ferry.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. But Bobby Hurley was by far my favorite Duke player of all time. That guy was amazing. It's probably why whenever we got to the NBA, my favorite player was Steve Nash. They were kind of similar, him and Bobby Hurley.
Right.
So, yes, sir.
What's his name still the coach?
No, he retired at the end of last year. Was the first year that he wasn't the coach there. Coach K.
Yeah.
This will be the second year that he hasn't been the coach.
Yeah, he was there forever.
One of their old players is the head coach now, John Shire.
Oh, okay.
He's the head coach now. Yeah.
Yeah, I never got too much into the college basketball. I mean, I'll watch the tournament every now and then, but usually I'm just rooting for like the 16 seeds. And, you know, I just want to see some upsets. You know.
Amy, you asleep up there?
No.
You that bored, huh?
Oh, I was reading a message from someone from work.
Oh.
Yeah. The downside to being the boss is I get messaged all the time.
Yeah, I remember when I was in the Navy, they gave me my first government issued cell phone. You know, and I thought, oh, it's cool, you know. But the downside of that was you had to answer it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, we got you now. You know, so I'd be like, so when I was stationed in Nevada, on my off days, I'd go hit up the casino all the time. You know.
There you go.
And so, you know, I'd be in there having a good time. Phone would ring, like, oh God, you know, like, yeah, we got this, you know, because they would have to notify me about every little thing that would happen, you know.
Right.
Like, hey, we just had somebody come to the gate and do this, and you know, like, all right, well, just take their information and give it to me Monday. Leave me alone. Round out. One down.
That was fast.
The Orioles. Yeah, they got their runs now. They just want to get out of there.
Just get done.
Now it's just go up and swing.
Oh man.
Yeah, I guess I'll probably mow the grass tomorrow. I hate it though.
From 1984 to 2022, the Orioles have finished first place in their division twice.
Wow.
Golly. That's pretty bad. That's like Kansas City Royals stuff right there.
Yeah, I felt bad for Cal Ripken. I mean, he played on a. I don't know if they made the playoffs when he was.
That's actually a good point, huh?
You know, he had to suffer through a lot of bad teams.
Uh-huh.
But he played every day, so I got to give him credit.
Same with Barry Sanders in football.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was the offense. I mean, for the most part.
Another ground out. 2 outs. Jeez. Oh.
Another ground out.
Yeah.
End of the second.
Good Lord. That was super
fast. They're just trying. They got their 7, and now they're just go up swing. Let's get out of here.
Dang. 3 outs. Shimmy Christmas. I kind of like this orange. Looks kind of nice.
Yeah.
Feels like I need to get my Halloween candy ready.
Or your Astros shirt.
True, touche.
Or my Oklahoma State
I
shirt.
should put my hat on. That would kind of blend in with the. Disappeared.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's another thing about my desktop. I can't. I try to do this little the built-in green screens through like
Right.
StreamYard stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. Every time I do it, it just locks up the camera.
Right. Mine's been kind of lag every once in a
Yeah.
while.
Yeah,
Like when I have this up, then it lags
right.
because it's too much info at once, I guess.
Yeah, I've got to have mine on the lowest possible setting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I still got my house up for sale, but I don't think there's gonna be any buyers.
You're moving where?
I don't even know, but I've been looking all over. I mean, I've been looking in Florida, Georgia, Arkansas, Texas.
Not Oklahoma?
Well, I did have some listings up there, but people were buying them up. I don't know. Right now, I'm just focused on selling because if I don't sell, it really doesn't matter where I'm looking.
Homes around here go pretty quickly.
Yeah, I noticed that on there.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of really cheap ones in Arkansas for sure.
Is there?
Yeah, I mean, like decent, like good sized houses. They're not like run down.
We're getting a lot of California people moving over here.
We are here too.
Yeah.
What's making you want to move?
Well, I mean, like I said, I'm from down here, but I don't know anybody down here anymore. I mean, I was away for 20 years, and then I came back, and
Everybody was gone.
there's just nobody. My brother used to be down here, but I mean, he passed away last year, so now I don't even have him. So I don't know. I'm just wanting to change, want something different. I'm just kind of feel like I'm kind of like in a rut.
Well, I thought I was moving back to Fort Worth in October, and well, those plans changed.
Yeah.
But for good reason. So.
I think this is pretty cool how they do this on Sunday Night Baseball, where they give headphones to the players and they get to talk to the announcers during the inning.
Oh yeah.
Home run, Yankees!
Oh, 7-1.
Yay!
Bowers.
Too bad nobody else was on base.
Yeah, they needed that last inning.
So why isn't Aaron Judge playing?
He got hurt like way back in June. He hurt his leg. He like ran into the outfield fence. It was the game immediately following the game that we watched him. So he basically hasn't played since we were there.
So you're bad luck. Got it.
I guess so, yeah. But he'll play. By the time you go to see him, he'll probably be playing again.
So the soreness from my massage is now kicking in. I got an hour and a half massage today.
Jeez.
I pampered myself this week, and I went and got a pedicure yesterday. I went to the chiropractor yesterday, and today I went and got a massage. And now I'm signed up for their membership, so I can go get for $80, go get an hour massage every month.
That's what I need. I need to find a good chiropractor.
Is there such thing as a good chiropractor?
Yes.
There is.
I've always heard that make your back worse.
Nah.
I wouldn't agree with that. I don't know. They help me. I can't speak to anybody else.
Oh Lord, another homer.
No way.
I go to the Joint. So it's a walking base. And they always have like two.
Oh, it
prizes.
stayed in. It's a double. It hit barely off the very top of the wall. Oh my god.
Old Glaber.
But yeah, I pay. I don't even know how much a month, and I get 4 visits, and I can just walk in, scan my little card, wait.
Oh my god. Holy sh! It hit the very, very top
Just glanced off of it.
of the wall. Holy cow. They said in all 29 other ballparks that would have easily been a home run. They're reviewing it, they said.
Ooh, maybe they'll make it a home run then.
Could see it on the replay.
The coach ran out onto the baseball field and threw a red flag, so they're reviewing the play.
Addie.
You know, that's something I wish the NFL would change. This whole thing about you can't challenge a play during the last 2 minutes.
Oh yeah.
I mean, why not? You know, it's your or the limitations on the challenge. Why? I mean, if it's my challenge, then what does anybody care if I'm challenged a holding call or something? You know, even if it's something stupid, well, you know what? It's my challenge. You know, at least then you don't have the crying after the game, like, well, they wouldn't let us challenge this play. And
Exactly. And you got nobody else you can blame either.
yeah.
Uh-huh. So 7-1, no outs, runner on second.
So they ruled it a double, or are they still reviewing?
Yeah, they ruled it a double.
Yeah. 1 and 2's the count on Stanton.
Addie.
Good Lord, he's got a wide stance. Holy cow. He's squatting like he's using the toilet.
Using a squatty potty.
I wonder if he steps or if he just swings. Most of the time when your stance is that wide, you don't step. You just swing.
Yeah. That's how Bagwell used to play. He used to bat like he was sitting on a stool.
Oh, yeah. He hasn't swung at anything because he hasn't had anything to swing at so far. 3 and 2, full count.
Strikeout.
He struck out again?
Yeah.
Good God. Yep, he did. Good Lord. He might be past his prime, man.
Who?
Giancarlo Stanton.
No.
Got old Rizzo up there now.
Anthony Rizzo.
Why are we whining, Adelaide?
Go Cubs.
Well, they got their World Series victory now. Now I guess they're going to wait another 100 years.
Yeah, that's true, huh? I think they literally got rid of every single player from that team, too.
It's almost like how the Marlins do it. You know, they get their
From the 90s,
World Series, and then
right.
all right, everybody can go now.
Yeah.
That's one thing I'm thankful.
So the stat that they just said, 571 balls that would have been home runs in all other 29 ballparks this year.
Yeah.
At Camden Yards.
That's crazy.
Yeah, every one of these ballparks has got these little quirks and strikeout.
Strikeout, good Lord. Whoa, wait, does that mean I'm not that far behind anymore? 2 outs now?
Yeah, 2 outs. You're pretty close.
Hey, I'm not too far behind then.
Yeah, I had the game on Sirius radio the other night when I was doing it
Oh, did you?
because I thought it'd be kind of close, but the internet thing was like way faster. It was like almost a half an inning faster.
Mm-hmm.
Get the bag.
I thought about running the audio of that into the live feed, but then I thought, well, YouTube may not like that.
Mm-hmm. Somebody must have got out. Was there another strikeout?
Yep, strikeout.
Yep,
3 strikeouts.
Orioles pitcher's doing pretty dang good.
He's happy he's got that lead.
Due up. Frazier, Urias, and Westberg. Or Urias.
Or it could be the Yankees swingers being more aggressive because they're 6 runs down,
Yeah.
trying to make something happen.
What? What?
Yeah, that's the only thing I've been thankful about with the Astros. Is at least they didn't, win a World Series and then just unload everybody.
Did
They
you
usually-
see the 2 injuries in the NFL so far from training camp?
Well, I don't know. I haven't really been keeping up with it.
Joe Burrow first.
And Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, I heard about Jalen Hurts. I didn't hear about
Jalen Ramsey.
Or Jalen Ramsey. Yeah.
Jalen Ramsey, not Hurts.
Oh. Somebody at work told me it was Jalen Hurts.
No.
It's one of them Jalen's.
Jalen Ramsey, he got traded this year to the Dolphins, and now he's out at least till December. He got tangled up with Tyreek Hill. And then Joe Burrow's did something to his calf.
No.
But he's supposed to be back for the first game, so.
Yeah, you would think that one wouldn't be as serious.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we got C.J. Stroud to look forward to this year. Hopefully, if we can just keep him away from the massage parlors, I think we need to have a guy assigned to that detail. That whole Deshaun Watson thing, man, that just it was so sad too because that was the first legit quarterback we had. Everybody, first time we ever had any hope. Finally started winning some games, and then you got 35 happy endings, and it's like, really? Can't you get a girlfriend? What's going on?
Mm-hmm. So next Sunday is the Dodgers at the Padres.
Oh, that's what, the game of the week or something, or
The Sunday night baseball.
Oh, okay.
Dodgers at Padres. That'll be a good one for you to do, Mike.
Well, it would be all Padres for me.
I'll be working the minor league coaches.
I was hoping to get some Dodgers fans that were going to come in to my live stream the other night. Cheaters, cheaters. Bang bang, trash.
All you got was me instead. Huh?
Yeah, I was a little bit disappointed. I really wanted to talk some smack.
I just put Astros must have forgot how to steal signs.
Yeah, they're trying to implement a new system, and they don't have it down yet.
A new cheating system or just a new system?
Well, either. I don't know. If you're not cheating, you're not trying. That's what I was always told.
1 out. Ground out to the pitcher. 2021 distance 364 feet. Wall height 7 feet. Now this year the distance 384 feet. Wall height 13 feet. So they moved the wall back and they moved it up.
Well, I remember at Minute Maid Park when it was first built, there used to be a hill in the outfield
Center, is it not there anymore?
with the pole. There was a hill with a pole in play. So like you had to like field the ball, go up the hill, not run into the pole. And I don't know what that was the original owner that was there. He was I don't know what he was thinking. But yeah, they took it out. They called it. It was called Towels Hill. And I guess when the new owner came in, that I think that was part of the deal.
Okay.
That they like, hey, you got to get rid of that hill, and the like. Who? Okay, the hill was one thing, but why did you put a pole in play? You know what I mean? It just never made any sense.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That pole was for post game entertainment.
Single.
Another base hit. Urias.
I'm really amazed that there weren't more injuries out of that.
Do they still have that train there?
The train's still there. Yep.
Goes around after a home run or whatever.
Right. They have it, sitting back, and then when they hit a home run, they roll the train out, and then you've got the big giant Conoco gas pump.
Oh,
that keeps a running tally of how many home runs have been hit in the park.
That's cool.
Nice stadium.
I've never been in it.
I mean, it's not the same as the Astrodome had its own. I mean, that thing was like cavernous, and you had that giant scoreboard with the Bulls and
Right.
fireworks that would come on. It was like the first game I went to. Nolan Ryan was pitching.
There you go.
And you could hear every time he threw that fastball, like, he was grunting with every one of them.
I do.
Ball in the dirt.
To compete in this division, that wall was necessary, is what they said.
Huh.
To move it back and move it up.
Well, guess you got to do what you got to do to win.
Boston's got the largest left field wall by far.
Yeah, the Green Monster.
Green Monster, yes, sir. I was so disappointed that baseball game got rained out, man. That stunk. We were inside the stadium, and then it just starts pouring. But at least I got to see it,
Yeah.
Boston was a pretty cool little city. I was there.
A cool city.
I was there in 2000, and we pulled into there, and I mean you could walk to like all kinds of different spots.
The Freedom Trail, yeah.
Yeah, I just took off walking one day and just run into all kinds of historical sites and stuff.
Right. Yep. Driving there is not any fun though.
Yeah.
It's like you're stuck in one of those gumball machines that just goes around and around and around.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It's all a bunch of circles. Felt like we drove on the same road like 4 times before we got to our hotel. So stupid. And every road is a darn tunnel. New York driving's not hard. It's just they have too many idiots. They got like 4 people trying to get into the same lane at the same exact time.
Yeah.
It's just dumb. Nobody there has any patience at all when they're driving.
I was there for like 5 or 6 hours one time, but I didn't drive. My friend drove because I was like, man, because she lived in New Jersey.
Right.
And she's like, well, we could drive over to New York for the day. And I was like, well, you're doing the driving because I'm not even attempting that.
Right. Must have struck this guy out. Yep, sure did.
Yeah.
And to 3, 7-1.
Can't believe it's only the 3rd inning. or
Feels
fourth
like
inning.
the game has been on forever.
I know.
Well, it's like when we did that. I don't know if I told you, Mike, or if I told Amy or who, but the last homestand, we went into 10 innings, and the ninth and 10th inning alone took an hour and a half.
Oh, geez.
Oh wow.
Because
Well,
one team scored 7 innings, and then the other team scored 9 innings.
oh wow.
So it took forever.
That's one thing I don't. That's another rule I don't like. I'm not a big fan of this runner on second in the extra innings.
I didn't know about that until you
Yeah,
said it. I
that
had no
is.
idea.
I mean, I get it. They don't want these marathon games. You know, they don't want like 18 inning games. But
Right.
I think, you know, if you're going to do it, then how about give the first 3 innings of extra innings regular?
Mm-hmm.
Then after that, if you want to get crazy and put a runner on second and third, or load the bases, knock yourself out. You know, because it just sucks. Because it's like, all right, because especially if you're the team that like rallied to tie it
Uh-huh.
to get into extra innings, now you're spotting the other team. They've already got a runner in scoring position. I mean, really, if they want to be dicks about it, they could just bunt. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
get the guy. You know, but luckily nobody plays small ball anymore, so
That's true, too.
I don't think anybody knows how to bunt anymore. Who even practices it?
Uh-huh.
Bader. Yeah, Bader. I think he was the guy last postseason that was kind of making excuses. Strike one. So you went to Niagara Falls, huh?
Yeah, did do that. We didn't like do the boat ride or anything, but the hotel the wife got us was like a one that had like she got a suite for the one night and base hit Yankees and this like windows like room wall to wall windows that looked right
Right.
down on the falls, so we just sat there and watched them, and they at night they have like light shows that go on there and stuff. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I went up there a few years ago. Well, I drove out to West Virginia, and then my friend that I was visiting out there, he has a he stores his boat and RV up near Erie,
Oh, that's
Pennsylvania.
cool, right?
So we drove up there and broke out his boat, you know, stayed in his RV, and then like one day it was just raining really bad, so we took off on a road trip over to Niagara Falls.
Oh, that's cool.
What's neat about it is like the mist. You can see the mist and stuff before you even get up to the falls.
Yeah,
know?
right.
And then we walked across into Canada, and then of course on the way back you had to pay like 50 cents to get into the country.
Did you?
That was kind of that. I thought that was kind of like out of left field. You know, it's like, well, what happens if I ain't got no change? You know,
Right.
it's like, where is this money going to?
Sacrifice fly, center field. No, out pop fly, not sacrifice. Never mind.
1 out.
Please. 1 out. Yep. No, I have a ton of. I'm just now to a point where I'm putting out videos from our Thanksgiving cruise.
Oh yeah.
That's how far behind I am in videos, man. But I put out 2 videos today, so I got one that I'll do for the raid parade on Friday and one for the Saturday stroll on Saturday.
Yeah.
So that'll be cool. I can't do a live stream this week because I have to work the baseball game, but the week after that, I should be able to. And then they're having that cruise-a-thon.
all for helping hands. For
You guys
cruising.
be part of that, Mike?
I was thinking about that. I might do that. That's like later towards the end of August, right?
Yeah, towards the end of August.
Mm-hmm.
I could probably do that. I go on a cruise first week of September 4th.
Where are you going? What cruise is it?
It's out of Long Beach, the Navigator of the Seas.
Oh, that's cool.
It's like a 4-day cruise, but it goes to Catalina and Ensenada.
Nice.
So I'm flying out the day before, spending the night on the Queen Mary,
Mm-hmm.
which is like right around the corner from the cruise terminal.
Oh, very cool.
And then spend the night after the cruise. I'll spend the night in LA and head back.
That's cool.
I need to figure out what I want to do in LA in May.
I'm gonna make sure I don't wear my Astros hat while I'm out there because I don't want any undue attention. I'll have some really good vlogs if I do that. You know, me getting arrested. Oh, struck out. Higashioka. Then we got the booze cruise in October.
Mm.
Yeah, I got like a cruise every month starting in September pretty much.
Jeez, man.
Got the Navigator of the Seas in September. Got the booze cruise in October. Harmony of the Seas in November. Jubilee in December. And then the Prima in January.
Good Lord.
I got a little bit carried away but I haven't really been doing anything the last year. So.
Oh, yeah.
I like how they put the Texas Star on the Jubilee, but that means the Jubilee's not going anywhere.
Nah, they'll just roll over that. You know.
That's true.
Well, I mean, it's a nice little touch. It'll make a lot of people happy. That'll definitely be the biggest ship I've been on so far. Two and two, the count.
Oh, man.
So when's school start up there?
I got to go back August 9th.
Oh, really?
The kids start August 17th.
Oh, they start August 7th here.
August 7th?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Get them in there early.
Get 'em in there.
I mean, I'm glad I went to school when I did. I always loved and cherished that nice, long 3-month break, you know.
Right. Base hit.
Oh, yeah, yeah. 2 on, 2 out.
Mm-hmm.
At the top of the lineup. Yeah, I went to the little shopping center they got around the way over here, and I forgot that school's starting soon. So,
Do you live right in Houston?
no, I live like 30 miles north. I'm in Porter, Texas, which is
Porter?
I'm just like on the outskirt or just outside of the city limits.
So, like by Conroe?
I'm on the other side, the east side,
Oh, okay.
up by King. I don't know if you know where Kingwood is. Kingwood.
Kingwood, yeah, I know where Kingwood is. Yep.
I'm directly across the freeway from Kingwood.
Oh, okay. We used to have some friends that lived in Kingwood, but they moved up to the more of my mom's friends. The kids moved out, and now they're adults, and so my mom's friends live at some
Double.
assisted living kind of place in Denton. Robson Ranch, I think is what it's called.
Yeah. 2 to 7.
Hi, Addie.
But they lived in Kingwood. That's a nice place.
Yeah. My dad used to work in Kingwood. little
yeah.
Chevron Phillips laboratory over there.
We have family in the Woodlands.
Yeah, that's where I went to high school.
Really?
I didn't go to the Woodlands High School. I went to McCullough. Well, McCullough used to be the high school for the Woodlands, and then it got so big. Now they built the Woodlands High School.
Oh, okay. And
That
then we have
place.
friends that live in Katy, Texas.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if I'd like living in Katy though, because you're kind of like at the wrong end of town for everything, and you got to fight that traffic to get anywhere.
All right. Then my aunt lives in League City, Texas.
Yeah,
That's south of you.
I used to there for a little while. I had an apartment in South Houston on Richmond, and it was good and bad. I mean, you were stuck, in the afternoons. If you didn't get out of there before
Right at the right
3 o'clock, then you were locked up.
Mm-hmm.
But there was all kinds of restaurants and shopping and stuff right around there.
Right.
I would love to live in Galveston if it weren't for the.
Would you? That's where that J&S live, right? Jeremy
Yeah.
and Cheryl?
I mean, if I had the money to afford a condo down there, but I'd want to be on like one of those really high floors in case a hurricane rolls in.
Right.
Well, they got another run back.
Yankees are sneaky. Yeah, they're real sneaky.
Yeah, there was a condo that popped open like right down the street from the cruise terminal.
Oh, dang.
And they wanted I think they wanted 300 and something thousand for it.
Oh, jeez.
But you were like on the top floor, and they had like a nice little area that you could go up on the top and watch all the cruise ships come in. I mean, if I'd have had that spot, man, I wouldn't even need a car hardly. I could just roll my suitcase down.
Yeah.
I'd be cashing on in all the casino offers on that.
Yeah, I went on my second cruise out of Galveston in March.
On the Dream?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yup.
I like the atrium on the Dream with the glass elevators. And
Yeah.
I like that look. That's my only thing. I wish the Vista, if the Vista had that, plus everything that it's got, it'd be almost perfect.
You don't like that funnel?
It's cool. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's cool, and it changes the graphics and stuff. But like the rest of the area is just really it's just plain. I feel like I'm in a hospital waiting room.
Hospital waiting.
Or some kind of like school auditorium or something. I don't know. It's just bland.
The Horizon and the Vista are pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, Severino is still in? So they never went to the bullpen?
Nope.
Wow.
Hey.
Aaron Boone. His brother played on the Mariners back when I liked him.
Brett Boone?
Brett Boone.
Yeah. Well, his dad was a catcher, Bob Boone.
Yeah.
A lot of those little baseball families, the
Yep.
Ripkins and the Boones, the Griffeys,
Bonds. Bonilla.
Yeah.
That's why I like the Blue Jays.
Yeah, they got a lot of
Guerrero.
players. Yeah.
Vladimir
That's where George
Guerrero.
Springer went up there, and he was one. I love
Jeff Bagwell's kid plays for them.
Biggio.
Dante. Oh, Biggio. That's what it is. Dante Bichette's kid plays for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have a lot of second generation. They have her, one of her old players, Whit Merrifield from the Kansas City, plays on Blue Jays.
Full count.
Kevin Kiermaier. I just love that city, man. It's you want to talk about places that are easy to walk around and get around. Toronto is extremely easy to walk around.
Yeah. Houston's definitely not.
No.
You ain't got a car here. You ain't got a
Easy.
car here. You're hurting.
Uh-huh. Houston traffic can make the difference from a cruise to our house anywhere from 7 hours to 10 hours,
Oh yeah.
just depending on Houston.
Well, see, I live an hour and a half, and see, they just built the new Grand Parkway toll road, and so like when I want to go on a cruise, I jump on the Grand Parkway, which kind of loops around, goes down by I-10, and shoots you out at Kemah, like right around Kemah.
Kemah Boardwalk,
And,
yeah.
yeah, and so then I just go down the rest of the way, so I avoid that whole I-45 mess every time.
Well, that's good to know.
Which I'm glad for that. I mean, it's distance wise, yeah, it's a longer drive, but it's a much less
Probably
stressful
shorter time
drive.
though.
Yeah, you can. I mean, you can fly down the Grand Parkway. Nobody cares.
I found when I drove in super late at night or super early in the morning, when you get to the Texas City Buc-ee's at 3 a.m., that's a good time to go through Houston.
Yeah. Well, yeah, 3 a.m.
There's another run, 8 to 2
Oh man,
on a double. Dang.
I mean, they got to take him out, man. Come on. What are you waiting on?
So where does this highway pick up at? Like north?
Which one? We
The one
talking
you
about
just talked about. So if
the
I'm
Grand.
going south, huh?
Yeah, it's the Grand Parkway. Basically, it's like a loop. I don't know if you know where, like the what do you call it? The Beltway 8.
Beltway 8, it connects to that.
Well, no, it doesn't connect to that. I'm just saying it's like a loop. So
Right.
so where I catch it right at 59, and so it loops like this. You know what I mean? So like
Right.
if I go east on it or south, it'll drop me down to like Kemah and spit you out there. If you go the other way, like if I go the other way on the Grand Parkway, it'll spit me out at Katy.
Okay, yeah.
So, I mean, like I said, it would be a shorter drive if I went down 59, hit 45. But
Right.
it's so unpredictable with the traffic.
Right. That's how what is that? 820, I think it is, out by Fort Worth and Dallas.
Yeah.
It's a loop as well.
Yeah.
Dallas
It
traffic.
goes through Hearst, Euless, Bedford, and then Arlington.
Yeah, that's 820.
820, yeah, same kind of thing then.
Like I lived off of 820, and the Outback I worked at was off of 820, and the new Outback in Lake Worth will be off of 820 as well. Or I guess the Fort Worth one was more off of 20, but it's right before it changed. 820 into 20.
That's some crazy traffic up there too. I mean, I got caught up in that a few times. Like I used to go every once in a while, or back in the day, I would go up to WinStar, and then I would try to like outsmart it a bit. Well, I'll hang out here. I'll wait till 8 o'clock at night or something. I'll try to be clever, and then no, it never fails. I come down and boom, traffic's right there. It's like, oh,
that's ball.
should have
Running
stayed
got
at the
the third.
casino.
But I'll say I'd rather drive in Fort Worth traffic than Kansas City traffic any day.
What?
Really?
Yes. Like, because so in Kansas City, you have I-70 and 435 basically. 435 goes around the city, I-70 goes through it, and then you have 29 going north and south.
Right.
So there's only so many ways to get everywhere, and it's only 3 lanes.
Yeah.
So there's so much traffic, it takes forever to get anywhere. Where at least in Fort Worth, you had 8, 20, 20, 30. Like you had so many different ways, and there's 5 or 6 lanes.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's more traffic, but it doesn't take as long. Like you're not stopped going 0 miles an hour at 2 o'clock on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
And you didn't have rush hour like all day long, like you in Kansas City. It's just Kansas City traffic.
AC. Another run.
Wow.
9-2.
Yeah, I spent some time in Missouri over at Fort Leonard Wood.
Okay.
They sent me to investigator school down there.
Sent you to Uranus.
I don't know. Is that close to Fort Leonard Wood?
It's right next to it.
Really?
Yeah.
And I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Now I feel cheated.
I feel cheated.
I mean, but that was a cool little spot. I would drive over to St. Louis a lot.
Yep.
And go stay at they used to have a Harrah's in St. Louis. I guess it's Hollywood Casino now. But I used to go. They didn't want us to. The Army tried to put restrictions on us, like, oh, you can't go any more than 50 miles. I was like, oh, I just be like, yeah, okay, you're right, And then as soon as I'm off out of school, I'm driving to St. Louis or wherever. But it almost got me the one time because I drove to St. Louis and a real bad snowstorm came in, and my car back then I had like a little Jeep Patriot, But I was like, you know what? I'm not calling the base, so I'm out there rigging up snow chains, trying to get back to the base. Pitching change finally. Marinaccio. I'll tell you what, that was the coldest place I've ever been, to be honest.
St. Louis?
Well, the base at Fort Leonard Wood, I mean, my God. We had a really bad ice storm while I was there, and they wouldn't cancel class. So I was like, all right, so I got to go out and then just like walk super slow, trying to get to my car. And then I get to the car and I grab the door handle and pull it.
It's stuck.
My feet went out from under me and I slid all the way up under the car. And I'm like, God, So then I get up
under the car.
Under it. I mean, I was literally under the freaking Jeep Patriot. So then I'm in uniform, so I get back up. Of course, I look. First thing I do is look around to make sure nobody saw me. It was terrible. And then they made the students park like way out. So then I had to take like an hour to walk from my car just to the schoolhouse.
I don't miss that kind of weather at all.
Slid under my car.
That was wild, man. I couldn't believe it. It happened so fast. I mean, it was like, and they saying, "Oh, under the car." I'm like, "Oh my God!" What
that kind of thing happened to me walking to the Titans game at Arrowhead.
Oh, really?
I slid, just busted my ass right on the side of the highway.
Man,
so embarrassing. And my wife and my oldest just sat there and cracking up at me.
Oh, for sure. That's what they needed to do.
Jerks.
It's terrible.
Freaking hurt. All right, let's see what this new pitcher does.
Addie.
Yeah, I don't mind the snow. I just hate that ice because you just can't.
And that's all it does here.
It's just nothing you can do with it.
It just ices.
Yeah.
It rains and it freezes at the same time, and we're just stuck with ice. No snow. 4.33 ERA, 43 2/3 innings pitched.
Being stationed up near Reno was bad too because you just couldn't predict anything up there. I mean, it was like middle of June one time. Middle of June, we're playing softball, and I'm in the outfield, and just all these snowflakes just start coming down. I'm like, what?
In Reno?
Well, we were like I think 60 miles away from Reno,
Dang.
but I mean it's crazy. I mean the snow was just coming down. We're out there, I'm out there in like shorts. You know what I mean? It's like this is we gotta call the game, man. What is up with this?
Jeez.
Strikeout.
I saw snow in Alaska last year in July.
Oh wow.
Snowing on my
Strikeout.
Yeah, Alaska's an awesome place.
Yep.
That's by far my best cruise so far.
Yep.
Is it really?
What ship did you
Yeah.
go on to Alaska?
I was on the Ovation of the Seas.
Okay. I was on the Carnival Spirit.
Yeah. That place, I mean, well, when I first started cruising, I was kind of against going on an Alaska cruise.
Yes.
Everybody would start like, oh, well, if you really like cruising, you need to go. And I was like, why would I want to go to Alaska? I want to go to the beach,
Yep.
Mhm.
But then I started watching some vlogs. I watched EECC Travels vlogs when they went to Alaska, and that kind of like convinced me to go try it. I loved it. I mean, I loved everything about it.
Absolutely loved it. I ended up booking mine because it was like super cheap. I was
Yeah.
like, I want to go a cruise on my birthday, and I did the little Carnival search, and it came up, and I'm like, there is no way this is the price to go to Alaska for 6 days. No way. Like, this is not real.
Yeah.
So I held it, and I'm
Must
like,
have struck this guy out too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Strike.
Yeah.
so I
Right.
put it on hold, and I'm like, I don't know. Like, I really don't want to go, but I know this is too good of a deal to pass up.
Yeah.
And so I booked it. I went, and for one person, just needs to double occupancy, my taxes, fees, and gratuity, which is crazy expensive for Alaska, and an obstructed balcony on the Carnival Spirit. So I had a balcony that was over a lifeboat, so it really wasn't a bad view at all.
Yeah.
Paid $820.
Man, you can't beat that. Not for an Alaska cruise. That's
2
hella
weeks
good.
later, the same room,
2,000.
$2,000 without taxes, fees, and gratuities
Yeah.
for one person. So, I mean, I just got too good of a deal that I couldn't pass up, and loved every minute of it.
I got mine. Well, mine was 1,600. I booked it. Well, I used the little next cruise thing on Royal, and it was partially obstructed. They said it was obstructed balcony, but it was partially like basically it was the level right above the lifeboats.
Yep, that's
So,
what I had on.
So
the
you couldn't
Spirit.
like see directly down, but I mean you could see like all.
Out.
Yeah.
And do you really need to see directly down? Like,
No.
no, not in
really.
Alaska. You don't like.
No. The only bad thing that happened, and it really wasn't even a bad thing, but we were supposed to go to Skagway, and it got canceled because I guess the weather was too bad, because I guess Royals pier, they had that rock slide, and so like the Royal ships going there now, they have to like anchor, and I guess they said the sea state wasn't safe to anchor or whatever. So
When
they
did
took
you go?
last year is the last week of September.
Okay.
So we went to Icy Strait Point instead, which I liked it. A lot of people were complaining about it, but I thought it was all right. But I think the people that were complaining were people that had excursions booked for Skagway. So I guess I can kind of
The train. That's like the number one thing to do there.
that and the sled dogs, go
The sled dogs, yeah.
play with the puppies or whatever.
Yeah, I went and played with the puppies in
Yeah.
Juneau.
I'm not going to tell you what I went and played with in Ketchikan.
Oh. Okay.
Did you go to that one place off the river? Like Dolly's house or something like that?
Yeah, the Red Onion or something.
Oh, Lord.
The red light.
I did that tram in Juneau, the Gold Belt tram that goes up the mountain.
Oh,
I didn't have anything booked, so I just kind of got off, and it was like $50. But you go up there, and they have like a
basically,
pizza
broken back.
restaurant, and then some hiking trails.
No, I did the sled puppies and then walked to the Capitol building.
Oh, okay.
Angels 3, Blue Jays 2, finals in 10. Damn it.
I had a good time in Victoria.
Yeah.
Pirates 6, Phillies 4, final in 10. All these games going to extra innings. Now the Orioles are changing pitchers. Braves 8, Brewers 6.
Yeah. One thing I wanted to do in Victoria was go get a beaver tail. I finally found the place and it was closed.
Well,
Those
I
are
was
good.
happy because it rained like the entire time we were in Alaska, just nonstop rain, fog. And the first time we saw the sun was in Victoria, so I was like, out and about. I walked down to the little harbor area and all that. Well, I did my whale watching tour there too. So
what I found was funny was that week that I went, it was pretty hot in Victoria, where the guy was like, yeah, we got to wear shorts to work today. And like in Seattle, like my phone says excessive heat warning for Seattle, and I look and the temperature's like 85. At the time I lived in Amarillo and it's 99 and no excessive heat warning. I mean, yeah, we've had them every day for the past month here, but it's been over 100. I'm like, so it's just funny to me that in Seattle an excessive heat warning was like 85 degrees.
I'd almost pay cash money for 85 degrees right now. I wouldn't know how to act.
That was my first ever cruise, was Alaska.
Really?
Princess Cruise Lines. My grandpa paid for me to go with him on an Alaskan cruise as my graduation gift from college.
Did you like it?
If I went with my own family on something not princess, I probably would like it more.
Oh, okay.
It's a little
old timey.
Yeah.
That's what everybody says.
Pretty much.
Every time I talk to people about booking on Princess or Hall in America, that's the first thing anybody says, like, "Oh, you're too young for that."
Mm-hmm. But that's where we're going next summer for vacation, though.
Where?
Alaskan cruise.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
I'd like to do another one. Well, Bruce from Ocean to Ocean's got that group cruise in 2025. I'm thinking about doing that one.
It's a Helping Hands cruise.
Yeah.
My cruise in October of 2024 is a Helping Hands cruise.
Oh, really?
You know, the most expensive thing about going on an Alaskan cruise is getting to Seattle.
Yeah.
Bruce don't have to worry about that. He just drives an hour north. He's there.
Yeah, true. Well, what did I pay? I think the flight out there, I took Alaska Airlines out there, and it was $500 for first class. And then on the way back, I paid $300, maybe $350 on United.
You live by two major airports, so.
Well, yeah, that's true. I'm right by Houston. Although I almost missed my flight from Houston to Seattle, I called the Uber to come pick me up to take me to the airport. I'm getting my bag out of the garage. I hit the button to close the garage door, and as the door's coming down, this German Shepherd I don't know where this dog came from.
Oh my
God,
you're kidding me.
The dog comes running and slides under the door into my garage.
Oh, geez.
And I'm like, what? So I got to hit the button, open the door. It's like only this kind of thing happens to me, And so I go the dog's, and it must have been a younger dog, and it was hot out. So he's looking for a cool spot.
Made you almost late to the airport because of a dog.
I was like, all right, now what am I going to do here? So I'm like, come on, I'm trying to whistle. The dog's just looking at me like, whatever. And so then I grabbed the leaf blower because somehow I thought the leaf blower would scare him. So I fire up the leaf blower and I'm blowing the dog, and he's just loving it, man. He's like just all about the. So then I'm like, well, what, So then I'm trying to grab and drag the dog out, and then the Uber driver shows up, and and I'm thinking, oh great, he probably thinks I'm kicking my dog out. So I went and got like a bucket of water, and I coaxed him around to like a shady spot under the front door.
Stop whining.
That's all I could do, It's like, man, I can't miss my flight, Then I get on the flight, and we're delayed 4 hours. We get on the plane, and then we're delayed because the shitters won't work. And they got to have a guy come fix the shitters. And then the captain came on like at the 3-hour mark, and he's like, all right, well, just let you know, if they don't get it fixed in the next hour, we got to cancel the flight.
Yeah, to sit there on the plane for 4 hours.
Yes. Luckily, I was in first class, so I wasn't bitching too much. Everybody else was.
Man.
There were some people got up and walked out.
Jeez.
So then
was it dog there when you got back home?
What's that?
Was it dog there?
No, I was checking on the Facebook because we have a community Facebook page, and it turns out the owner came and got him. So
that's good.
I didn't. I was feeling kind of bad because I was like, man, and I thought, man, I know that Uber driver is probably gonna call the police or something. Kicked out my dog, That was a crazy. Just to get out there was nuts.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get to my room till like midnight.
Jeez. I think we might fly to Oregon.
Yeah.
Because my oldest wants to really visit Oregon. He's been wanting to go out to Oregon for a long time, and then just drive up to Seattle from there.
Yeah.
Might be cheaper. I don't know.
Thing about my cruise was we left from Seattle, but we ended in Vancouver. So I had to get a flight out of Canada.
Ours, the one I took, left from Whittier, I guess is what it's called, someplace outside of Anchorage.
Right.
Is where it started, and it ended at Vancouver as well.
Well, luckily, the day I flew out of Vancouver was the day that Canada dropped their mask stuff and a lot of their COVID stuff. So that made it a little bit easier.
Mm-hmm.
But that airport was pretty awesome. I mean, it was huge. They had all kinds of shops and restaurants.
Where at?
In Vancouver.
Oh, Vancouver, yeah.
Oh, it's got a hit.
Hey, calm down.
Odds to make the postseason: 84% for the Orioles, 35% for the Yankees.
Wow. Well, they got a runner on first and third with one out.
Yeah. 35% chance. They had an 80% chance in the preseason, and now they have a 30% chance. That's not good.
I took a road trip up to Dodge City, Kansas, a couple years ago. I don't know if you've ever been up there, but
we actually went through there on our honeymoon, man.
Really? That's a really interesting spot,
Boot Hill.
Yeah. I went to the little museum,
right?
All that, and it's funny because the whole COVID stuff was still going on during that time, and the lady was really surprised that I was up there. She's like, "You drove from Houston up here?" I was like, "Well, yeah." She's like, "Well, I'm surprised anybody would come up here."
Oh, I enjoyed it too. That's where they made that show at the whole time. Gunsmoke.
Oh yeah. That's part of the little museum. There's one of the exhibits is the Gunsmoke.
And then Wyatt Earp was sheriff there before he went to Tombstone.
Yeah. Him and the Masterson, Masterson, and all them guys. They got a ton of guns, Old West guns on exhibit.
Yep. That's where they came up with a saying, "Get the hell out of Dodge."
Yeah. That is a boring drive. I have to admit, though, from once you get into Oklahoma,
the western part of Oklahoma, yeah.
there's just like nothing out there.
Farmland. No, we drove up through western Oklahoma, up north, and then we went to Dodge City, and then we actually spent the night at a bed and breakfast in Garden City.
Yeah.
And then we went from there to we spent our honeymoon at Eureka Springs. Or not Eureka Springs, Estes Park, Colorado. Right outside of Rocky Mountain National Park. So
Well, I stayed at the Wyatt Earp Motel in
Did you?
City. Yeah, it's an interesting spot. I mean, it's an older motel, obviously, but the room I was in, I don't know if they're all. I'm assuming they're all like that, but you go in and there's just like pictures of Wyatt Earp like all over the room.
Oh man, this isn't Dodge City.
Yeah, Dodge City. I don't know if it's still. Sure, it must still be there. I'm sure. But yeah, it's
that's Landon's middle name is Wyatt because of Wyatt Earp.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You like that place because
I named him Wyatt because of Wyatt Earp.
And then I checked out after the first day, and then I moved over. I think it's a Hampton Inn. There's a Hampton Inn like down, and there's like a casino. So I stayed over there like the second night. Mm-hmm. They had like an indoor pool and hot tub.
No, that's cool.
Steakhouse.
Addie, can you lay down and go to bed?
So how trashy was that Wyatt Earp hotel?
It actually wasn't. I mean,
but it didn't have a pool though.
The parking lot was kind of sketchy, but inside, I mean, they kept it clean. I mean, the room was clean. It's just like old, like antique type stuff in there.
As long as you can get from your car inside, you're fine.
Yeah, I made sure I parked my truck like really close. You know.
So get this. So I went to Midland a couple weeks ago for a meeting. I walk out of our hotel the next day, and old coworker of mine standing outside with his little wheelie backpack with his little wheelie suitcase. I was like, "Hey," he goes, "So my car got stolen last night."
Jeez.
Wow.
I was like, "Ooh, that sucks."
Oops.
Like, yeah, I'm waiting on my Uber. I was like, "Where did you park?" He's like, "Oh, I was parked in the back." I was like, "So are you sure it didn't get towed?" He's like, "No, it got stolen. I already did the report." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Wow. That sucks.
In Midland, huh?
Uh-huh.
Midland, Odessa.
It was somebody I worked with in Amarillo. Remember that boss I didn't really care for?
Oh, really?
It was him. I asked my boss, I was like, "So what are the chances you're going to get him to come to another meeting in Midland?"
Isn't there a town up there, Shamrock?
Shamrock Tech. Don't even remind me about damn Shamrock.
Because I've driven through there a bunch.
Where I hit the deer. Son of a.
I used to stop and get gas there sometimes on my little road trips.
We made a straight shot drive from Vegas home. We get to Shamrock, Texas, and a damn deer comes out of nowhere.
Wow.
So we had to drive the other 3 hours home with the front bumper of our car dragging on the bottom of the road.
Oh, that
sucks so bad, bro. Freaking Shamrock, Texas.
Wasn't good luck in Shamrock.
Oh, dang.
They need to rename the town.
That cross place is – you're not even going to get to go there now, Amy. Dadgummit. That place is cool, though. If you're ever out that way, there's this big white cross right off of I-40. That's a pretty cool little place to go to.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe that was the first time in my life I'd ever hit a deer.
I don't know what you want, Addie.
I did take another little trip up to Oklahoma. Right. I think it was right before I went to. Actually, it was on that same trip. Going up to Dodge City. I stopped at this casino, this little Indian casino there in Oklahoma. It was a small one, like I think it was like Red Rock or Red River Casino Indian Reservation or something. But
by Hinton?
it might be. Might be. That was an interesting little road trip that time.
You know, whenever you say an Indian casino in Oklahoma, they really
Well,
don't narrow it down too much.
I know. I was about to say. I mean, here there's only one. Well, man, I think there's actually two, but there's one like real close.
I've only ever been to one casino in Oklahoma. And it's actually like the casinos in Oklahoma, the parking lots in Kansas, and like the street in front of it's in Missouri.
Oh wow.
The downstream.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I've been thinking about going to that one. We pass it every time we go to Branson.
Yeah. I've been there numerous times, stayed at the hotel there numerous times, because anytime we had a meeting in Joplin, we stayed at downstream.
Mm-hmm.
We have a tiny little Indian casino about an hour away, the Alabama Coushatta Indian Reservation. But it's tiny. It's almost like somebody's house, you know.
They don't have casinos in Texas, huh?
Nope.
Just that one, and there's another one near Eagle Pass, but they're both Indian Reservation ones, I think.
Oh, that's why they're allowed to have them.
That's the only way they're allowed. Oh, hit by pitch. McCann.
Good Lord.
Like hit him in the head.
Close to it. Dang.
There's been a lot of people getting hit and the retaliations here lately.
He turned into it, though. That's his fault. If he hadn't have turned into it, he may not have got hit at all.
Yeah. You ever go down to Laughlin, Nevada?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I always get these deals from it. Well, it's through Caesars. They'll fly you from Houston to Laughlin, which is a really tiny the airport only exists, I think, for the casinos. And they'll put you up in the hotel for like 4 nights, and all you got to pay is like $35
Really?
for the trip. Yeah, that's like a $35 admin fee, but they pay for your airfare.
You went there last year too, huh?
Yeah, I did actually. I've still got the footage from that.
I remember that.
It's actually
that was right after I first met you. I think that you went to there.
Yeah, probably. That's about that time. It's a cool little. I mean, it's just, it's a good spot to go. I think for the older crowd. It's mostly the older crowd. If you like to gamble but you don't like the hustle and bustle of Vegas.
So it's like Tunica.
Yeah, actually, it's like a little bit nicer Tunica, I'd say.
Uh-huh.
There's more there, and then it's right on the river, and the Colorado River, and then you can just drive over right across into Arizona, Bullhead City, Arizona.
Nice.
Yeah, well, you actually fly into Arizona, and then they run you over. It's pretty neat, It's not bad for a $35 trip.
No, heck no.
And you don't have to gamble if you don't want to.
Did you know that they changed the name of the Vegas airport? It's not McCarran anymore.
Mm-hmm.
What is it?
Henry or something Reed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Harry Reid, the senator.
Yeah.
They say the other guy was like a bigot or something like that.
There was something.
Mm-hmm.
But like I'm. Like
that was 2 years ago because I remember when we went out there, it was right after they had changed the name of it.
Like I was coming back from Alaska last year, and I had a layover in Vegas. I flew from Seattle to Vegas and Vegas to Amarillo, and I'm like walking through, and I noticed my ticket had like the initials were weird, but I didn't really pay attention. And I'm walking through, and I see McCarran, but then I see something else, and I'm like, "What is the name of this casino?" Or airport. So I had to Google it. And realized it wasn't McCarran anymore.
Huh. Well, that's another boring drive from Vegas up to near Reno, where I was at. I mean, there's like just hardly anything. The midway point is like a little town called Tonopah, and there's not a whole lot there. But I used to make that drive all the time.
Out. Into the fifth inning, 9-3. Still, they scored 7 runs in the first inning, Lanny. The Orioles.
Well, they wanted to wrap it up.
Freaking
I could do that.
Yankees are getting their butts handed to them. They got a 30% chance to make the playoffs.
Be honest though.
Who's gonna win, the
Whenever
Broncos
we
or the
play out-
Chiefs?
Broncos, bro. I feel like we got it in the bag this season. No, I feel like Russell Wilson.
Well, they got the new coach.
But like I feel like they're gonna do a bit better this year. We got Tim Patrick back, I think.
Yeah, he's back.
Who's the quarterback?
He said, Mike said, who's their quarterback?
Hey, he's gonna be better this year, bro.
Oh man, I'm just legitimately. I didn't know.
I didn't think so.
He's asking what his name is.
I didn't mean it. I didn't mean
Come on,
it.
Lenny.
Like
He's a Texans fan. You think he knows anybody?
yeah, I can't talk smack about anybody. Because we got basically like a
He
junior
doesn't
college.
know. Tell him the name of the quarterback for the Broncos. Tell him, not me.
Oh, that's okay. All right, that's right. I forgot about that.
No one important.
He doesn't know.
You know, he just had to get used to the team. You know,
Yeah.
he's all better now. He just had to see who's the best catcher and all
Well,
that.
I'm
And
sure
now that
Sean
we have
Payton will.
Patrick back. We got a tank on our team, and like all that stuff. You know, we good.
I believe you.
I hope.
Well, Mike gave us his wide receiver, so we'll see if he's any good.
Well, we can't use them. I mean, we don't. We had freaking. I don't even know our quarterback's name, to be honest. Is it Miles Davis? Davis Mims?
Davis.
Davis Mims? David Mims? I don't
CJ
even know.
Stroud.
Don't even matter. Well, we got CJ Stroud. I know that guy. And everybody's like, "Oh, well, maybe David Mims can tutor him." Like, hell no! I don't want
Miles
David Mims.
Davis.
I don't want David Mims anywhere near CJ Stroud, dude.
Wasn't he like a singer from like the 50s? Miles
I don't
Davis.
even know.
He's the old school, man.
It was just terrible to watch them. I mean, and then the one time I needed them to lose, of course they win. Oh, we don't need.
Oh, the last game, yeah.
Why would we want the number one draft pick? Let's go ahead and win. Yeah, let's show some pride. Like, where was your pride all year, people?
You guys beat us at least once a year, every year, man.
Nah, it was terrible.
Texans beat the Titans at least one time every year.
Well, then y'all got Oiler Day coming up this year. They're gonna wear the Oiler jerseys.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cool.
Love you, blue. I know there's a lot of Houston fans that are pissed about that. But.
Fujinami's pitching for the Orioles now. Here's some more updates from the MLB. Angels 3, Blue Jays 2, final in 10. What was the next one? Come on, move on. Pirates 6, Phillies 4, final in 10.
How are the Phillies doing this year? Are they anywhere?
I'm not sure. Braves 8, Brewers 6, final.
The Braves are doing really good this year.
Yeah. Mets 5, Nats 2, final. That'd make Eddie Lugo happy. Marlins 8, Tigers 6, final. So the West standings: Rangers, Astros, Angels, Mariners, A's.
Yeah, we're 2 games out, I think.
God, the A's have won 30 games and lost 77 games. I'd be depressed.
They're out. They're just
Royals 2, Twins 1, final.
Double.
Rays 8, Astros 2, final.
Of course.
There's a base hit by the
Double.
Yankees. Cardinals 3, Cubs 0 final. Rockies 2, A's 0 final. Yay, Colorado! Hold on. Giants 4, Red Sox 3 final in 11 innings.
Oh,
Mariners 4, D-backs 0 final. D-bags. Padres 5, Rangers 3 final.
Yay.
no dribbling.
Reds 9, Dodgers 0 final.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And there's all your current scores.
Yeah, I hated it when they forced the Astros out of the National League. That I thought that was almost criminal.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, the commissioner at the time, who was used to be the owner of the Brewers, team has to go back to the American League. Well, gee, let's not move the team that used to be in the American League. Let's move the Astros. Perfect sense.
But that's when all their success came, though, was when they moved to the American League.
Well, we had a good squad there for a minute. I mean, they went to the World Series in 05. I mean, we got swept, but we had Roger Clemens and Andy Pettit and all them guys.
Mm-hmm.
But the owner we had, he knew he wanted out.
The Puma.
The Puma. What was his name?
I don't remember his name. I just remember
Berkman.
Lance Berkman, yeah.
Yeah, the big Puma.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that guy. He could hit.
Mm-hmm. That's a very interesting place to go to, Mike, is the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown.
I've been there.
Have you?
Well, I've been outside of it. I was
Good
there.
Lord, it was like the middle of BFE.
Well, my girlfriend at the time, her dad was in the hospital in Cooperstown.
In Cooperstown?
Yeah, they lived in upstate. I can't remember the name of the town. I think it was New Berlin was the name of the town they lived in.
Oh yeah, I've heard of it.
So that was, I believe, that was the closest hospital from them, and so we, because we were in Vegas. I remember that we were in. Me and her were in Vegas, and she got the phone call that her dad was in the hospital. So she flew back first, went up there, and then I stayed another couple of days, and then I flew back, and then I flew up to New York, and we went to the hospital. We were right there in Cooper, so I could see it, But obviously, that was not the optimal time to be going to the Baseball Hall of Fame,
I mean,
Right.
There's no way I could have worked that in. I mean, I wanted to. I mean, it was tempting, but no.
That's like an old school.
Hey,
little
while we're
town,
here,
man.
honey, can we go to? You mind if we pop off into the? I know your dad's, in bad shape, but
shoot, I would have been the one saying, "Let's go."
yeah, that was. She was already. I mean, she already yelled at me once because I walked into the hospital with my hat on, and that was I got dressed down for that.
No, but I want to see all the George Brett stuff in Cooperstown.
Yeah, there's got to be a lot of cool stuff to see, I'm sure.
Strikeout. I got Landon to go in there with me because they had a scavenger hunt for kids. It was kind of cool. And then when you finished it, you got baseball cards.
Yeah.
So he liked that. But, man, you got to – it's like you're talking about driving through western Oklahoma. That's exactly what it's like up by Cooperstown. Nothing but farmland all over everywhere.
Yeah, it's a different
It's
place up
not like
there.
New York City at all.
It's not what you think of,
New York, no.
Uh, I went up there a couple times. I went up. Well, actually, no, that's right. That was the second time. Yeah, because then That's right. We were in Vegas when he died. That's what it was.
No.
Now I remember. That was awkward too, because like meeting the family. That's the first time you're meeting everybody. Is at the funeral.
Oh yeah.
That was kind of
That would
rough.
be kind of awkward for sure.
Yeah.
You tired, Amy? Are you?
Yeah. The massage, like I had that massage, and then I was like, I did cleaning and put all my laundry away and all of that stuff. So, and now I'm really feeling the massage. But I signed up to get one a month.
This right here, Mike, is why my kids don't like going to baseball games
What's that? Oh,
because they can drag.
yeah. Especially when all the action happens like right up front.
It's not like football or basketball where there's action throughout the entire thing.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's a different pace. I mean, even in a football game, even if it's a blowout, there's still like defensive plays happening.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Sony Michel retired today too.
Really?
Yeah, he was only in the league 5 years.
Jeez. Where'd he go? A&M?
That's a good question. I don't know.
I think it was A&M.
I think the dog is trying to harass the cats. Just see her tail back there.
Sony Michel.
I can't believe we're going to be in the SEC this year. That's still kind of
Next
weird.
year.
Or is it next? I thought it was this year.
Uh-uh.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but didn't they bring in all those new teams? So all that's going to take effect next year.
You got one more chance to win the
Big 12.
Oh, Sonny Michel went to Georgia.
Okay.
Yeah, you got one more chance to win the Big 12.
Well, we won't win it.
Well,
I'll go ahead and make the call now.
No, yeah, this year we got not USC. UCF, Central Florida, BYU, Houston, and come on. BYU, UCF, Cincinnati coming to the Big 12. Next year, OU and Texas are leaving for the SEC.
Right.
Colorado's coming to the Big 12 next year.
Coming back.
And they're thinking about there's a serious chance that Arizona is coming to the Big 12 next year.
Like these divisions don't make sense anymore.
Not geographically, no.
Well, I remember there was a time there for a second they were talking about making a super conference with the Pac-12 and like the Big 12 were going to merge.
Right.
Or something. That talk went on for a while.
There's still a little talk of that.
Yeah.
Because they think the ACC is going to evaporate. And when that happens, most of them would merge with the SEC.
Right.
But
it would make sense.
People were really worried whenever the OU and Texas news was out that they were going to move to the SEC.
Yeah.
That the Big 12 would
hold up,
be done with, but they're actually doing. We got a pretty good commissioner, so I think they're going to be just fine. They'll have 14 teams by the end of next year, so I say that they're doing fine. And they got new TV deals with Fox and ESPN as well, so that's one thing that Pac-12 wasn't able to get. They got no new TV deal, so that's why they're buckling.
Right.
Because, when they have their big-time conference games at night out there, everybody else in the U.S. is already gone to bed. Like if they play a game that starts at 7 on the West Coast, you need to think about it. It's already 9 o'clock p.m. on the East Coast.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, the Longhorns, they got their little TV deal.
Yeah.
And so, and then, all this kind of got put in motion because you had Texas A&M wanting to go, and then you had Nebraska thinking the grass was going to be greener in the Big 10,
Mhm.
which hasn't really panned out for them.
Nope. What they say about the Big 12, if they get Arizona, then the conference will have a team in every time zone.
Huh. Yeah, they'll have it covered.
Because it'd be West, Arizona would be West Coast, Colorado Mountain Time.
Yeah, but there's sometimes Arizona's in Mountain Time and sometimes it's in East Coast time, Pacific time.
Arizona,
Mm-hmm.
they're always
Yeah.
West Coast. They don't change.
Yeah, they don't change to their time zone.
Oh, they don't do the daylight savings time.
Yeah, so they're either sometimes they're in Mountain Time and sometimes they're in Pacific
Well, I
time.
guess that makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, that was killing me when I was in Laughlin because you're just right on the other side of the river, and so going across the river back to it's like Nevada was always in this time zone, and then I never knew when things were happening. I was missing
That's
out
how
on
I
the
felt
news,
driving
so,
out there to Grand Canyon a couple years ago.
Yeah,
Got there 2 hours than I thought we would because I didn't know Arizona would be on West Coast time. I thought it was going to be on Mountain Time. Strikeout. That one's weird, man. Arizona is a weird one for sure.
I just hope we go to where we don't have to switch times anymore. Go forward and backwards. It just stays the same.
I don't
Yeah.
like the fall. I don't like it when it turns dark at like 6 o'clock in the
No.
morning.
I
yeah,
don't think anybody does.
yeah. I could do without the time change. It's kind of annoying. I don't really see the point of it anymore. I mean,
Nope.
everybody's on different schedules now, and
Corona. It looks like that Corona thing is right on the mound, but it's not. Dang, this pitcher, they should add him from the get-go. The dang Yankees.
Marinaccio.
They haven't scored a run since they put that guy in.
He's gonna hit a home run right now because you said that.
Yeah, Texas, we got spoiled with Mac Davis, and then when he left, that was the end of everything. When Colt McCoy left, that was the end of it.
Colt McCoy, yeah.
Yeah,
Mac Brown.
or Mac Brown. I say Mac Davis. That dude's like a country star or something.
Mac Brown's at freaking North Carolina. Oh, yeah. Struck him out too. Good Lord. Dang Yanks, man.
I miss those Vince Young days. Man,
Oh, no kidding, huh?
that dude was just not stoppable.
He got to my team. He stopped himself.
Yeah, there was that. And I was disappointed, man. I wanted him to come to the I wanted us to get him instead of the dude we got.
David Carr.
Yeah, I was really because he came down for like a visit, and I thought, oh, okay, well, and then the word was kind of getting out, and then no, we end up with David Carr. Titans get, Vince Young. I think if he would have came to the Texans, he probably would have had a better career because
closer to home.
Because Fisher was not a good developer of quarterbacks. He didn't have a good track record if you look at it. I mean, he inherited what's his face
McNair,
but look at the quarterbacks he had after McNair, and didn't seem to really.
No,
And he's
nobody.
he's that type of guy. I mean, he's just not gonna he's not gonna babysit anybody. You either go out and throw for 300 yards or you're trash.
After McNair, we really have had nobody worth a darn.
Yeah. I felt bad for him. I mean, but he's back. I guess he's got some little announcing job with the Longhorns now. But when he was
Does he
playing for
really?
us,
Vince
yeah,
does?
if you watch the Longhorn Network, he
Uh-huh.
does a lot of the games.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Yeah, but yeah, when he was with the Longhorns, I mean, that dude was just unfadable.
First comment in 2 hours. Eric says, "Yep."
Hey, Eric.
He's still here.
Rumor has it the Big Ten are going to take Clemson, Florida State, Oregon, and
What are you
Washington.
doing to my computer?
Bah!
Now that would be an interesting conference.
Mhm.
With Oregon.
What's your problem?
I don't know. Well, now did they end up expanding the playoffs in college football, or I know they were talking about it, but
I don't know if they did or not.
I need to look into that. That's one thing I wish they would just. I don't know why they don't want to just have a expanded playoff. Because what annoys me is you got the 4-team playoff, and every year SEC has 2 teams out of the 4.
If not 3 or 4.
D2 has like a bracket.
Yeah. Well, I mean, how about division winners? And then if you want to throw in a couple of wild cards just to, so the smaller teams don't cry, there you go. But what annoys me is when you got a team that doesn't win their conference and then they go on and now they're the national champion. So, it's like, oh, I couldn't win my conference, but I'm somehow champion of the whole thing.
I'm out delivering food at Firehouse Subs right now.
I like Firehouse.
It's officially expanding next year. SEC has never had more than 2 in it.
Same too, probably. Well, there's a certain team that seems to always be in it.
Alabama?
Yeah. Starts with an A.
Has
a guy named Saban.
And they threw a fit this year when TCU got to go into the playoffs.
Yeah.
Go to the national championship game instead of them.
It's like, how many do-overs do you want,
That all started whenever OSU choked against TCU.
It was funny, so I've been to the TCU campus. It's where I got my
crap.
my COVID shot. It's a beautiful campus. It's purple, which is my favorite color. And they're playing his team, and I go TCU, and then TCU makes it to the national championship game. So I was like, all season, I'm like, I'm a bandwagon TCU fan. Like, it just randomly started.
Yeah. Well, it's just weird. I mean, like every other sport has a playoff, a legit playoff, but somehow college football, no, can't have it. We got to protect the bowl games. We got to protect the tradition of the bowl game. It's like, why?
And it's just Division 1. Division 2 has playoffs.
Well, exactly.
Like they have their regions and they have the regional rankings, and then it goes from there. And then you have a region from this team plays a region from this team for the national championship.
It's always been weird to me.
The darn minor league baseball, AAA, that's the weirdest playoff system I've ever heard. You know how that works, Mike?
I'll be honest, I don't know. I know very little about.
So you have your Pacific, you have your Pacific Coast League, right, which are all your West Coast teams and like us.
Right.
And then you have your what's called the International League. Those are your two divisions in AAA baseball. So what they do is they split the season in half.
Yeah.
The team with the
Oh
best
yeah, yeah.
record.
You were explaining this. I saw you were explaining this on another stream or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Whoever has the best record from the first half of the season, and whatever division it is, plays against whoever has the best record in the second half of the season.
Right.
So in total, there's 4 teams out of all AAA that go to the postseason.
Right.
Thank God our team won the first half because we're not doing very good now.
What happens if it's the same team that has the best record in the second
Then they
half?
just give it to whoever has the second best.
Okay.
Okay.
So whoever won the first half hosts the best of 3 series at their place, and then whoever wins that best of 3 series from the Pacific Coast plays whoever won that best of 3 series from the International League. 1 game in Las Vegas, and whoever wins that's the champion.
Yeah.
That's crazy. 4 teams total. That's something else, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, what used to drive me crazy was back before they had the playoff in college football, and it was just basically,
The BCS deal.
yeah, that
Mhm.
because there was like one year the USC, well, they got a share of it one year or something, but then there was like I think like LSU kind of got screwed one year because they were undefeated, and I don't know, it seems like there was one other team had a 1 loss or something.
Oh,
I don't know. It
that
was
was us, dude.
yeah.
Oklahoma State had 1 loss that year.
Yeah.
We lost to Iowa State because that was the same day that our girls basketball coach had died in a plane crash.
Oh, geez.
2011 is when it was.
Yeah.
We ended up having to go to some other bowl game and play versus Stanford against Andrew Luck and beat him. Eric said that sounds like the situation we use in bowling league to determine 1, 2, 3, and 4th place. That makes sense. Yeah, Oklahoma State went that whole year, and the only game they lost was that one because of that darn tragedy. That's when we had Brandon Whedon at quarterback and Justin Blackman at wide receiver. Do you remember either one of those guys?
Who?
Brandon Whedon or Justin Blackman?
Oh yeah, Brandon Whedon. He was a quarterback for the Texans for a minute.
Oh yeah. LSU is the only national champions with 2 losses. LSU's been winning the championship and everything lately. Darn LSU. Baseball champs, basketball champs, girls.
Oh yeah, that's right. They were. Yeah, it was 2003. LSU was 13-1, and so they. I guess the AP voted USC number 1, and the coaches poll gave LSU the title, so they had a shared title, I guess.
LSU played OU for the ship after OU got destroyed by Kansas State. Oh yeah, in the Big 12 championship game, huh?
Right. They yeah,
Darren
because
Sproles tore him up, man.
Yeah, LSU beat the Sooners in New Orleans. So yeah, I remember that year because I felt like LSU should have just had it.
You know who the coach was of LSU, right?
Saban.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, oh yeah. Well, that's probably the only reason they got the share of it. Yeah, there was always some shadiness going with the polls. I never liked the polls. It's a popularity
Mm-hmm.
thing. I mean, because the year that we won the national championship, like we were ahead of USC all year. We had one game where it might have been against OSU, maybe, because I think OSU got up like 21-0 on us, but we ended up winning like 35-21 or something. And because of that, that's it. LSU's got to be number one now. It's like you win, and you still lose. It's like, what's going on?
I still can't forget whenever Reggie Bush just took the football and threw it backwards like 15 yards to absolutely nobody in that
Oh, and that
championship
championship,
game.
yeah, that was
Like,
weird.
what is he doing? And then it was like freaking 4th and 9 or something, and Vince Young scored a touchdown.
Yeah,
Like, good Lord.
Vince Young owned the Rose Bowl. It was like the Rose Bowl the year before that. He had like some ridiculous stats
Oh,
in
yeah.
that game. Yeah, I hated this. I was hoping he'd stay one more year, but I can't fault the guy for going to get paid.
That's when Colt came in right after him.
Yeah. Colt came in the next year.
They would have won a championship with him, but he got hurt versus Alabama.
Yeah, looking back, I still say that he got hurt. I think he really got hurt against Nebraska because you remember that Nebraska because they played that. I think it was the Big 12 championship game, and that's when they had Ndamukong Suh.
Ndamukong Suh, yeah.
And they were lighting him. I mean, we barely won it, and I think the injury probably happened in that game because if you look at the hit, he took an out in that Alabama.
I was at a bar that night. I don't remember it real well.
He got tackled, but it wasn't like, a bone jarring hit.
I remember some random kicker dude named Justin Tucker played on Texas and made like the winning field goal or something like that. That guy's been doing good in the NFL forever, huh? Justin Tucker.
Yeah.
Kicker.
He's been around.
Yeah, he has. Same team, too, the whole time, believe it or not. For a kicker, that's rare.
I liked Dicker. Dicker
the kicker. That's what my oldest likes him, too.
Can't go wrong with a kicker named Dicker.
He played on like 4 different NFL teams last year.
Yeah. That wide receiver, Shipley, I liked him, too.
Jordan Shipley?
Jordan. Yeah, there was Jordan Shipley and then his brother
Jackson Shipley, yeah.
Jordan Shipley was awesome.
I was at that game that when Texas beat OU, and he did a kickoff return. Jordan Shipley did.
That was a good little squad.
Mm-hmm.
I like Colt McCoy, too. He was a good dude.
Well, he's started quarterback now for the Cardinals until Kyler Murray gets back.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. Amy's team has the butt kicker, Harrison butt kicker.
We got Case Keenum on our team now. So
go Case.
He came full circle.
That's true, huh?
Well, he was supposed to take over from Matt Slob, but Gary Kubiak just had a man crush on Matt Schaub. I mean, that was his homeboy. Didn't matter how many pick sixes that dude threw. Doesn't matter, And then he goes to Denver and wins the Super Bowl. It's like, that made me so mad.
Oh, Kubiak, yeah, he did, huh?
Because we had a chance to get Peyton Manning, and Kubiak's like, no, we already have a quarterback. We got Matt Schaub. And then the next year, he runs up to Denver and wins one with Peyton. It's like,
Well, that's where Peyton still lives, is in Denver.
Yeah.
So I think I don't know how much he was looking for a team to play on or looking for a place to live because he hasn't moved since.
Well, Houston would have been a good choice because number one, we play indoors, and he would have had 2 games against the Colts every year to stick it in their face. Plus, he grew up not far from Houston.
And New Orleans, yeah.
Yeah. But, old Kubiak.
Is he even coach anymore? He's probably retired by now, ain't he?
He had health issues. Well, he had a stroke when he was with us.
Really?
Sideline, yeah. Sure did. I'll never forget that one. Stroked out right there. That was a wild year that year. Matt Schaub, like, throwing pick sixes like it was his job, the fans were like going to his house, that got ugly.
Freaking Matt Schaub. Oh Lord. I feel so terrible for David Carr though, man. He didn't have a chance.
No, I mean,
Every
what are you
time he
gonna
hiked the ball, he got sacked.
Well, yeah, he was running for his life from the get go,
Poor guy.
like every snap, and we had no running game at that point.
He didn't have a chance at all.
Our best receiver was like the third string tight end that New Orleans cut, But we beat the Cowboys our first NFL game ever, and we beat the Cowboys.
He was They had this called like Back Together Weekend on NFL Network where all the teams like they check in on all 32 teams throughout the weekend or whatever when they're at training camp, and they had an interview. David Carr interviewed, since he works for NFL Network. He interviewed his brother, Derek Carr, and since Derek Carr's in New Orleans now, and
Right.
David's like, man, it's hot out here. He's like, kind of reminds me of Houston. And then he looked at the camera and he says, in only good ways.
Well, that's the reason why we didn't draft Derek Carr. It's because his last name was Carr, Well, we had Osweiler there for a minute. That was an interesting.
He was
That
a
was an
Bronco
interesting
too.
year.
Yep.
Yeah. I like the guy. I mean, he couldn't, he wasn't that great, but he was a good dude. But I remember he got into it with old O'Brien in the locker room.
Bill O'Brien.
Yeah. That's a guy I can't stand either. I don't know why would you make him general manager? I just, usually if a head coach is going to be the coach and the general manager, it's usually a guy that's been around, Parcells or somebody like that.
Mm-hmm.
Bill O'Brien. I mean, and then he trades away, our best wide receiver for basically a bag of Doritos. I mean, it's just, we got David Johnson for that, and that guy.
He did good for Penn State, though, Bill O'Brien. I'll give him that. He had to take over Penn State after all that Joe Paterno crap.
Yeah.
He did good with that, at least.
Well, the only reason he got the job with us is because he went to New England, and that was like all these teams are trying to take people that were. If you worked as the ball boy for the Patriots, you get a head coaching job. I mean,
yeah, like our coach.
Oh yeah,
our coach came from Texans.
Oh yeah, well yeah. Well,
which is how we ended up getting Hopkins.
I think he was our defensive coordinator. I think
that's right.
Yeah.
And they've had him and DeAndre Hopkins have had a really good relationship ever since, and that's one of the main deciding factors for Hopkins coming to Titans.
Yeah,
because they were together at Texans.
Yeah, Hopkins. I mean, he was money for us, but then Bill O'Brien. Oh well, let's trade him to the Cardinals. Oh, David Johnson. Yeah, we'll take David. And that dude might have had 1,000 yards his whole time here.
Johnson was actually pretty good his last year at Arizona, though, until he got hurt. To his credit,
he didn't do nothing for us. I'll say that.
He didn't. You guys had two Johnsons there at the same time, didn't you?
Shoot, I can't even remember.
Was it Duke Johnson there too?
Yeah, Duke Johnson popped in for a minute. We've had a lot of change out on that.
Duke Johnson. He'd been on the Texans like 3 or 4 different times.
Yeah. It's like, oh, we need a running back. Oh, call Duke up. So they have like a list of just the usual guys. You know, like you do anything this weekend? You want to come play? All right, come on down.
Kind of seems like it, doesn't it? Oh,
Well, we went through some quarterbacks there for a minute. I mean, we had T.J. Yates. We had Jeff Garcia and then we had the guy that was quarterback for the Panthers for a while. I mean, we went through so many, and we even had Matt Leinart for a minute until he broke his collarbone. He broke his collarbone, and that was the end of him.
Hey, so here's a weird stat from this baseball game tonight. The Orioles have 10 hits, 9 runs. The Yankees have 9 hits, 3 runs. Yankees only have 1 less hit than the Orioles, and they're trailing by 6 runs.
Yeah.
Eric's got a good question.
Are we doing the live fantasy draft again? So you want in on it, Eric? I was wondering if I was even going to do a fantasy draft this year. You want in on it again?
I'll do it.
You want in on it, Mike?
Sure.
You play fantasy football?
Yeah. I pretty much play every year.
I'll have to look into it then. We'll do it next month, Eric. I didn't know if anybody was interested in it or not. If nobody would have said anything about it, I would have just let it slide.
I think I finished 3rd last year.
Because here's what happens. I'm not gonna charge for it this year because every time I say I'm charging for it, guess what happens?
People pull out.
People don't pay.
Ah.
And so who ends up having to pay the winner? I do.
I paid.
Wow.
I know you pay, but there's some people that didn't.
It's terrible.
That sucks.
Send them an invoice. Somebody's
So
gonna do like a collection agency notice. Oh, somebody got a hit.
Yep.
Throwing error.
Oh, that was on the first baseman right there. That was on the first. That should have been an error on first base. If they give that error to the shortstop, I don't know.
Strike.
He threw it in the dirt, but it looked like the first baseman could have scooped it up.
Yeah. Yeah, I slept in until noon today. I didn't go to bed till like 3.
What are you, a teenager or something? That's what my kids do, bro.
I got sucked down the YouTube rabbit hole last night, man. I've been watching these those reaction channels where they watch like music. They'll listen to music and do their reactions. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why I get into that so much, but the ones I listen, they play like all the old school music that I like, So you watch the first one and then you roll into the next one. Next thing you know, it's like 3:00. It's like, man, I've been sitting here for like 4 or 5 hours
just watching reactions.
That's kind of dumb, but.
So I thought Z from the Z Show, I thought he lived down there by you, but he actually lives outside of Fort Worth.
Right. Yeah.
You know Z Show, Amy?
I've heard of it.
You know Granbury, Texas, west of Fort Worth? That's where he lives at.
South of where I lived in Benbrook.
Yeah.
He's a funny guy.
I don't know him that well. But I know if Eddie Lugo is not live, then he is.
Well, there's some history there.
Is there?
It's the genesis of it is because you go back to when Sea Leg Journeys had the morning show. and then they got their however many subscribers, and now they've kind of moved on. So that opened up a hole. And so like J&S Adventures, Eddie Lugo, and the Z Show, they all got together. And I think the Muster Drill, he's in on it too.
Mm-hmm.
And so they were doing the live show. And so like Z was like he was like the opening guy. So like when he clicked on the show, he'd be like, "Hey, good morning, everybody. We got this person, we got that person." And so that was going on for a while. And then I don't know what happened. I was actually gone. I was in Kentucky for like a couple months because my mom was in the hospital. You know, she broke her back and everything. And so I missed out on all the drama. But I come back, but I knew that show was there because when I left, they were doing the show. And so I come back, and one day I tuned in to Z's live stream, and he's going on this rant, you know, and they kicked me off the show and blah 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 blah, and so said this and so said that, and I'm like, what? No, what have I come back to, man? I left and everything. The YouTube world was great, and then other people came on, and people were reading emails and allegations, and basically Z accused Eddie of, I guess accused him of being the source of the drama and why he got removed from the show. And so Z started. So what he did is he started like as soon as their show ends, his show starts. And then so he does that, and then Eddie was doing like an afternoon show, but he's not doing that anymore. So then Z was doing like right after his, and then he's got the prime time show. And then Eddie's got like on the weekend, like on Friday nights, Eddie does his live. And so it's just been kind of a, constant thing going.
I'm taking my territory back, dang it.
Yeah. And then there
Our
was
clock is broken. I'm just kidding.
And then for a minute there, I almost like crossed a boundary because I decided I was going to start doing a 9 o'clock in the morning show. There was something said about that. And so I moved mine to 10 just because I didn't want to. I'm not the drama guy, man. I don't.
No, me neither.
I want to do my thing, and if people want to watch, they'll
cool.
watch.
If not, cool too.
You know what I mean? I don't want to be like, well, that's my time slot. How dare you?
Right.
There are people out there like that.
Oh yes, I'm finding out more and more as I'm going down this YouTube journey that there's stuff going on.
Like,
feelings getting hurt,
Like, how dare they go live when I'm going live?
Yep. So I'm getting to the point where I'm just, and I don't want to just like, and that's the other thing too. It's like you're trying to people support me, okay, and then so I try to return the favor as much as I can. I can't just not sleep. You know what I'm saying? Because like some people, well, you didn't show up on my live, and when I showed up on, it's like,
well, then tell them they need to do reaction videos. And then you'll watch.
Exactly. Everybody start doing. You want me to watch? Start doing some, and it's got to be classic rock. It's got to be some old country or something. Then I'll show up.
So what do? They play this song where everybody can hear it,
right? Which is weird because I don't know how they're not.
And then they do what?
Copyright.
How do they react to it?
Well, they'll play the song, and now they'll stop it. They will stop it and talk. Like they won't play it nonstop. So if it's a 5-minute song, maybe they'll stop it like 2 minutes in, and they'll say, "Oh well, we like this and we like that," and blah blah blah. So they give commentary over it. But man, I got hit by YouTube just for like a 10-second amount of music that as I was doing a vlog, I walked past the casino on the ship and they were playing music. I edit the video, upload it, and right off the bat, YouTube's like, hey, you either got to cut that out or you got to put something over it.
Right.
But then here's these folks, they're doing like entire songs, I don't know how, but now I have seen like the Eagle. If you try to do a reaction video on an Eagle song, you will absolutely get hit because there's been a couple channels that almost lost their channels
For
because
doing the Eagles.
they had done like 2 or 3 reaction videos for Eagle songs, and by the time the Eagles caught up to it, and now they've started doing some other stuff. You know, they're doing like a movie reaction videos and stuff like that. But it's interesting. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes like I've got like 2 or 3 of those channels that I like, and they always do like the music that I like to like. So I guess that's what kind of sucks me in. Yeah, the YouTube drama. It's like YouTube high school. You know?
Yup.
And I'm not. I don't want to be in high school. I did it. Yeah. You know, I'll do my little lives. I'll do my little videos.
Captain Billy wanted to know how I didn't get a copyright strike over my karaoke night video, but if you sing bad, they don't recognize the song. Makes sense.
Hi, Addie. Are we finally calming down?
I have this video coming out this week. Basically, I just walk around the port at Amber Cove, and I went over there to that swimming pool area, and they were playing a couple of songs. So they're like, the video, it doesn't affect my channel, but I'm not able to monetize it,
Yeah.
and it's
Right.
restricted in certain regions, it said.
Russia?
Wow.
Like, whatever, I don't care.
I have a couple from that cruise that are restricted in Russia.
I'm like, I do not care.
Yeah.
Another base hit. Man, 1 out.
Now visit.
3 hits and a walk for Rutschman. He never got out the whole game. That's pretty good.
Dang,
Hi, Addie.
it's good. Yeah, I used to like watching Z back in the day because he would get on there and do he would do like an insane amount of fireball shots. And then it would get to the point where he wasn't even using the shot glass. It was like a fireball swig, you know.
So he really quit drinking, huh?
That, yes. Well, because basically what happened with that was, I don't know, there was 2 or 3 different creators that got together and said, well, hey, if you don't, if you stop drinking, we'll I don't know if they're paying for his cruise or they're giving him like onboard credit. So like he's
Really?
giving him like $800 worth of onboard credit or something. You
Dang.
know, plus he's working out. So like in the mornings, if you watch, he's like at the gym working out.
I'm getting ready to start working out again. I'm going to do the hard 75 again.
Well, I'm back on my little diet, you know, so I'm trying to slim down, get ready for the cruises so I can pig out.
Well, I said I would do the hard 75, but when I go on my cruise, I'm going to have a drink. And I said I was going to buy the drink package, but now that I think about it, I probably won't, and I'll just buy water like I did last time.
Good kid.
But I'll still have a drink or 2 on the cruise if I want. I'm not going to say no alcohol, but I am going to say I'm going to drink. But I'll still do everything else for the hard 75. I'm just not going on another cruise where I'm not going to drink.
Yeah.
That was a scary experience, man. Oh, Lord.
What's
And then
that?
in May, on the Firenze, I will get the drink package. Just because there's going to be so many people on that cruise, like so many creators, like.
Right.
Oh, Lord, you're going on another creator cruise, Amy?
Well, not technically. I'm going on the inaugural Firenze, but like Pero DJ is going to be on there. Daniel and Nancy Fields. I think Wanda's going to be on there. Mary Ellen's going to be on it. Sharon at Sea is going to be on it.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Well, I'm doing that booze cruise, and there's going to be like everybody and their brother on there apparently. So it's my first group cruise, so we'll see how that rolls.
Betsy and Beach Please will be on it.
I don't know if I'll ever do another group cruise, man.
Yeah.
Mine in 2024.
You want to talk about YouTube drama?
Yeah.
That's a good way to get something started right there.
But my group cruise is going to be fun, and I'm not planning like a whole lot of activities. We're having theme nights. So like the 80s night, we're going to dress in 80s and have an 80s night. Mega deck party. It's going to be
Mega death party?
Yeah. Mega deck party. It's going to be pajama night.
Mega deck party.
Yeah. So we're going to go in our pajamas and do a bar crawl. The Halloween night, we're going to dress our costume theme as cherry on top. So we're all going to dress as different candy and go as cherry on top.
Right.
So it's because my whole thought of I want to do what I want to do on the cruise. So if something's going on, I want to do trivia. I'm going to go play trivia. I don't want to have to choose between trivia and this group event and then make them feel bad. But then I want to do trivia. So why not do it? So I'm doing theme nights to where it's already an activity going on the cruise on the ship. And we're just adding to that experience by having a theme.
Makes sense. I'm just going to go do my thing. I mean, there's a few people I might want to hang out with. I mean, they've got a whole bunch of events scheduled, but I've signed up for a couple. But I don't know. I'm just going to be me and do my thing. And if I get blacklisted,
good luck with that, brother.
And I'll start a new channel. It'll be like come chat with Mike. I don't know. It'll be something different. I mean, hopefully it won't be that way. I'm not gonna try to start any drama. I know
those were my exact thoughts. What you just said, and that's exactly what I did. And
yeah,
some people didn't like it apparently.
But the weird thing was, this guy, no one could ever find him. People could find me, but we were together in the same place.
You must have had the cloaking device or something.
I didn't leave the trivia the whole time.
Yeah.
We were in Ocean Plaza like 80% of the time. I
mean, I'm a pretty low-key guy anyway.
I understand Eric as a single traveler going on a group cruise, but if you have like a whole family that they want to do their own thing, then that comes first.
Right. Yeah. Well, like I said, this will be my first one, and then I'm gonna be on the Jubilee, and I know there's gonna be a lot of other folk. It's not really a group cruise, but I know some of the people that are going. We'll see. I mean, like I said, I'm not the drama guy. I'm pretty low key. I kind of hang back. I'm not Mr. Outgoing, outspoken, but hopefully I don't get thrown out of the YouTube streets.
Oh man,
I can only imagine how the bloggers cruise thing was.
I'm so glad I didn't go on it.
That was a lot of folks.
A lot of ass kissing too.
Well,
just being real, brother.
I mean, because you got to imagine. I mean, that's probably why some people went on it. Get more exposure.
People pleaser cruise is what it should have been called.
Yeah.
All I know is I've met the majority of the people, like the big cruisers that I want to meet, and I mean, Alana. Have you heard of Alana Zangano, Mike?
Oh yeah, I see her. Well, I don't see her, but I mean, I see her posts on Facebook all the time.
Mm-hmm. She's a good friend of mine, because when I moved to the Fort Worth area, she lived in Fort Worth, and so she was like,
okay,
we hung out quite often. Like I was at Valencia's first birthday party, you know,
Right.
and like I know them, so I know I can go on a cruise and hang out with them
Right.
and have fun and not have to like fight. Like, I don't know. I think it would be weird going on a big cruise or something, like people like trying to beg for their attention and stuff. And I'm like,
Yeah.
could just hang out with, now that she lives in Orlando and I live in Abilene, we don't hang out like we used to. And then like, even like Pero DJ, like they're cool. Like they know who I am. I know who they are.
Yeah.
Like I've cruised with him and we're going on the cruise. This will be our third cruise. And I said, we finally need to get a picture together. Because out of the 2 times I've cruised with him and hung out with him, I never asked him for a picture because I'm like, that's weird.
Yeah.
This right here, this is why I never joined a fraternity.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, I'm still going to just go on the cruise and do my own thing. And if I run into him, I run into him. Like if we're playing trivia and they're there, cool. Like, and they've sat next to me at trivia. I've like sat next to them, but it's not like I go searching for what they're going to do it. Like,
Yeah.
you just end up in the same place.
Right. Well, that's my intention.
The ass kissing thing is true. Yeah, it's true. No doubt.
I mean, I'm just like I said, I'm going to have my little daily routine and what I like to do. And if I bump into somebody, you know, cool. I mean, I'm not going to hang out outside their cabin like, hey, what are you doing?
I mean,
Top of the 9th. So this should be it right here. 3 outs away.
Yep.
Yeah, I got to go get my
Karate
blood.
Kid.
That's a cool background.
Thank you, sir.
I got to go get my blood drawn tomorrow.
I got to do that on Tuesday.
Yeah.
My diabetic self 6-month checkup.
Yeah, I've got low platelets for some crazy reason, but so now every like 6 months or so, I have to get mine checked. If they drop below a certain point, I have to go to the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Eric?
This is great. Thank you.
I think that went out the window when it was like 7-0 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, all I know is on cruises, group cruises, I'm going to do what I'm going to do. And that's
here, Eric, here. Sorry. There.
1 out.
9-3.
No, I did try new things. Like we played like the pool soccer. Like I did some things on this cruise that I probably wouldn't have done before, but it's kind of hard to do some of those things by yourself than when you're with a group of people.
True.
What kind of soccer?
When we played the pool
soccer.
Soccer.
With the boys?
Yeah.
You seen those, Mike? Those pool tables that have like the little mini soccer balls? Like the sports deck?
I think I have seen them. I haven't played it.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and it was fun, but it was not something I would ever do on my own because you can't really play on your own.
Right.
But it was something different and fun.
Yeah, they're all wanting to book the Paradise Beach. Originally, everybody was going to go to Mr. Sancho's, so I put my money down on that. But then, I don't know what happened to that, but that's not happening. Everybody wants to go to Paradise Beach, so. But I don't know. Now I'm kind of like leaning towards going to do my own thing. But
yeah,
maybe I'll go to Mr. Sancho's. It's like, oh, you are going over here.
I did all my own excursions on the group cruise.
Yeah.
Oh, I just did 2. I did one in Aruba and Bonaire, but I did my own thing. There's nobody from the group on my excursions.
Well, I know the first night I'm supposed to, me and Eddie and I don't know who else, we got the steakhouse booked. So I'll go do that.
I don't go to the steakhouse on the cruise ship. Now I can say I own my own steakhouse, so I don't need to go pay $40 for a steak.
Well, that's That's a luxury some of us don't have. But
I mean,
I'm
yeah.
excited they're building a Saltgrass Steakhouse right down the road. So
Saltgrass is
finally,
good. I like that place.
I've
finally
eaten
have
Saltgrass
something.
once.
Yeah,
Another strikeout, 2 outs.
because that's we got that. We got Texas Roadhouse on the other side of the freeway, but I'm not a big.
Yeah, it's better than Outback any day, bro.
I'm not better. I'm not a big Texas Roadhouse fan. But
What?
I don't know. It just doesn't.
Their steaks are not good.
No,
Do you
I don't
like
think
Texas
so.
Roadhouse or Outback better?
Me?
Yeah.
Well,
know what
if
Amy's
that
answer
if that was my option, I'd take Outback because
Oh,
I
Good.
I just don't. I don't know, man. There's something about the to me, I'm just not impressed with it. The steaks aren't anything special,
They
in my
inject
opinion.
those
In my
steaks.
opinion,
You
they do
touch it,
what?
they jiggle.
Oh yeah.
you like Longhorn? You said.
Well, I like. I mean, I like to go to the Saltgrass Steakhouse
Mhm.
around here, and then what's the other one?
Longhorn Steakhouse.
Yeah, I'll do that one. Those are my main two that I. And then they're like I said, they're just building a brand new Saltgrass close by. So
Mm-hmm. Game's over.
who won?
No wonder.
That was a close one. It was a squeaker.
Yeah, it was. Final score: Baltimore 9, Yankees 3.
Well, that's I don't know what to say about that. Didn't have a dog in the hunt, really. So